also listing you guys who are the members of AFM Finance Club on this portal, listing your credibility, your USPs, your expertise, your clientele, your processes, your products, offerings, and many other things which you can showcase to the clients or the rather I would say the prospective investors. And that's how we, with this platform, we are going to help you guys to acquire the investors, and that's right now. So that's the role of Planet of Finance Professional, not only offering the membership at the AFM Finance Club, but also opportunity offering the learning platform for the investors, where they can also get the access of the financial advisors. Yeah. Now, what is AFM Finance Club? I'll just quickly wrap up because I know a lot of guys were there. They already know this. What is AFM Finance Club? AFM Finance Club, I would simply say it's basically we wanted to link all the finance professionals across the domain. In India, we have seen memberships offering for a dedicated platform for mutual fund distributors or insurance or bankers. But we want to say that we want to give you the learning and cutting edge knowledge base across all the domains. So that's how we want to build this finance professionals community across domains. And our 4 pillars, as I said, the learn, L for learn, I for inspire, N for network, and K for connect is the linking between the community of the finance professionals. With the learn, we want to upskill, not only knowledge wise across domains. With the inspire, we want you guys to innovate yourself into your processes, your product line, etc. Then network, we want to develop yourself by connecting your peer members into the community. We wanted to network with them and finally connect with them and grow in your careers and achieve the success. That's the whole story with this keyword of LINK. Now, what do you get here at this AFM Finance Club? Obviously, you get it's a way of creating your own success story. It's not just a platform, my friends. It's a way of creating your own success stories, and success stories doesn't just come like that. It takes lot of effort by you yourself, where you have to devote your time and energy in various areas, which includes like what we are trying to bring in this platform is like certifications, webinars, videos, branded images we are going to bring with you so that you are able to engage with the clients. Then short-term courses we have it, then books and periodicals. Then after this, what are the focus areas we have in this? This is a platform which brings you or helps you to upskill not only in the knowledge, leadership, networking, client acquisition, client service, or time management. I would say we have many things to offer going forward. This is just, I would say, it's like a movie, and this is a thriller where we are just talking on this. But yes, nonetheless, I promise you, what you are going to experience here, you will not experience anywhere. And what you expect, you get everything on this platform. I will just show you what this, from here, I will just take you to the Planet FP website, the launch, what we are talking here. This is the Planet FP website with us. And this is the homepage. What all we have in this is a homepage, Planet FP, where you will know about what is this Planet FP, what is our mission statement, what is the value proposition we bring in through this platform, what are the key differentiators, who's the team behind it, and what are different kinds of committees we are talking. Then AFM Finance Club, as I've been talking about, what is this Finance Club about, then membership benefits, how you can become a member, types of membership benefits, etc., etc. And also what are the courses we are offering, like short-term course. Then we have certification programs, then we have a lot of webinars which are there. All those things we are going to happen.
Vyas, it's not shared. Just share it again.
I'm sorry. Can you see now? Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just repeat that. So these are the tabs you can easily see. This is the homepage of the Planet FP website. where you can see the about Planet FP, mission statement, value proposition, all those things we are trying to bring you on the table. Along with that, I will just share you, I'll just zoom out into that. I don't know what is this. Yeah. This is the home page, Why Planet FP. You can see a boxes there. Why India's number one social platform between the investor and the finance professionals. I will scroll down quickly on this. Obviously, we get a later time to see this, all these things. What we have it here, we have these all courses we are going to offer you. I will quickly take you through the courses page, what we intend to bring you guys here. Very quickly, I'm showing you that. These are the 3 courses which are going to be available with you by August 1st of 2020. This is the first program, retirement planning for wealth advisors. Second we are offering is a portfolio management simplified, and third is a fundamental of currency. After this, going every month, we are going to add two, three courses which you will be getting. These are the name of the courses which you can quickly see. It will as an inheritance tool, family trust, succession laws, bond valuation, equity analysis, behavioral finance, client relation, life insurance, complete consult, business and individual loans, life insurance, alternative investments, general tax planning, legalities of real estate, philanthropy, applied economics. I think we are going to reach up to minimum of the 50 of the courses we are trying to reach by the end of this year. So next year when we start, I think you will get the access to the 50 plus courses. Then this is the my account which I'm going to show you. Obviously this is a dummy account which you can see right now on the left side. If what I'm trying to scroll down here is the badges earned. Whatever courses you do, you will earn the badges which you can use in your social media in different platform like LinkedIn. What are the available sessions, technical knowledge, then upgrading membership sessions. These are the all kinds of session. Then upgrade membership option, premium, my base. Obviously we all know what kind of memberships are there. So these are basically, I'll just simply drop down for you guys what all we are going to offer. You may say I am interested in various things which are there, you can see. uh, then available scholarships for the various kinds of programs we're going to offer you. Then you can subscribe to our various offerings which are going to happen. So this is what the whole website is going to be, which you're going to experience soon. Maybe we are already ready with this website. I think we should be able to give you access in another maximum of the week's time. In the interim of the 7 days, the members who have already empaneled with us, we are going to complete the onboarding with them. We are going to send them the link for the membership registration form. They're supposed to fill their member registration form and give us the required information. And after a week's time, they will be able to access all these things in your platform. Now, what are the, let me ask this question. Are you a member yet to this Aafm Finance Club? I think if not yet, if you have attended the last session we did with Ajit Menon sir, he talked about the Z kit bag. He said it, it's the time of Ghadi Milao. So I think now is the time, to match your watches for saying that I want to become a member now. And what is the types of membership? Basic, premium, and premium my base. I will not go into the details of that, what kind of membership is, what is this basic membership or premium, but I will just show you what all kinds of world of benefits you guys can experience here. Then wherein we have broadly categorized this into the 4 segments. Learning is the one segment. Opportunities which you can get it from the Aafm Finance Club is the second benefit. Third is a networking opportunity. Fourth is a recognition which you can get from this brand platform. The learning, we say there are out of all the benefits, there are 27 benefits which we are trying to bring on the table. I think it could be a little confusing. 27 being a huge number. Yes, that is what Aafm Finance Club is about. We are not here to confuse you, but tell you very simple one thing: whatever you need is here for you. You don't have to go anywhere for whatsoever it may be. So when I say learning, you get a lot of CEO, iFinance knowledge series. We are going to get the top of the best of the speakers from the industry. You get the online courseware library, which I've just shown you. The AFM certificate gets access to the various scholarships, e-newsletters. You're going to get it regular basis. We have partner memberships. We have just tied up with the Pathshala Plus, which is our partner membership. So we are trying to bring different kinds of membership onto the table by saying that if you want to access to another memberships also, we are fine with it. We are an open platform. We just want that you grow in your career, you get the best of the successes. Then we will also be getting doing the live webinars. You get the access to the recordings. Even if you don't have the time, you just missed it out some session, just go and get the recordings and see those recordings. AFM event videos. So all this, why I'm sorry, I just missed to tell you why these are different colors here. Yellow, blue, and maroon, kind of a red, I would say. Yellow are the benefits which a basic member is going to enjoy. Blue is a color which a premium member is going to enjoy, but premium member is also going to enjoy the basic member benefits. And a red is a color which only the premium MyBiz member is going to enjoy. But again, whatever the basic and the premium member benefits are enjoying, that all will be enjoyed by the premium MyBiz member. So these are the broadly the benefits. Next gen estate planning as an opportunity. If I say, just forget about the networking, recognition, and the learning side, what opportunities on the business side you guys can do it? You can offer estate planning service to your clients. You can simply start visiting the Planet FP website, list yourself, get access to the clientele. You can panel with the AFM as a trainer if you are looking, you are a trainer. If you're interested in doing training, like somebody asked, investor awareness program. Yes, we do a lot of investor awareness programs. Obviously, few AMCs have a restriction on paneling the ARN holders, but we have other partners where we can definitely tie up and offer you these business opportunities. Then website, we're offering, one beautiful things, I think, just to summarize the various benefits would be, we offer you what nobody else offers you, is a website development for you guys. Obviously, it's going to be basic website, which we can develop for you. But let me tell you, my friends, in this COVID-19, somebody who do not have a website is lagging long way behind without a payment gateway. And still, if you have a website, if you see my next point, digital marketing toolkit, if you're not doing a digital marketing for yourself, I think there's a long way to go. That's where the AFM finance clubs come in just a matter of few penny, which we are charging. We are going to give you all this plethora of 27 benefits. That's how we say we are different and differentiators. All these these are the plug and play offerings and continuous benefits. What are the plug and play offerings? This is like, you don't have to wait for something. You just go to your membership account, you access whatever you want on immediate basis. We have even fintech products at member special pricing. We have tied up with Finso also, where they are offering their basic membership for 30,000 rupees. And let me just share you guys, we have just signed up with them for you only. If you want to take a Finso platform, I think they're going to launch by this month end or maximum by first week of August. Just go and explore for yourself. If you think there is a value, don't buy there. Buy through this platform and avail the benefit. You're going to get 55% discount on that 30,000 rupees of that platform. Just imagine 30,000 and you are going to get that just for 13,500. That's the power of our membership we are trying to bring on this table. Now, because I think I've just reaching out my time, I will just quickly wrap up. We are also going to have various committees here. In this committee, we are going to have 4 committees: community building, membership management, learning management, and speaker management, where every community will have its different role to play. Like community will be talking on the member-based development, enriching the experience of members. On the membership management, learning management would be talking on the providing world-class learning resources for professional development. Speaker management would enhance the quality and the depth of variety of the sessions which are going to be there. And these all committees, it will not just be a committee. So what we say is, we seek participation of minimum 5 volunteers, my friends, from this community, having more than 900 plus people. And then, who would participate, who would be interested to participate in this committee. they could just Deepak sir, do we have a form to share with the members here? They could fill that form and show their interest.
We are sharing. We are sharing it. We are sharing
Yeah,
it on the chat box.
yeah. So we are sharing this form or Google form on the chat box, monkey survey form, where whosoever is interested to become a part of this community, just be part of this membership. And frankly, we the what different thing we are trying to bring in is that every committee we are making here, this 4 committee will have a mentor from industry as well as the community itself to help to find the right path for building the community. So we understand that there are people who are running many associations, organizations in a beautiful and a successful manner. We want to learn from their experience. We just don't want to waste our times, doing everything by ourselves. We will do many things and most of the things by ourselves, but we will have the mentors. They will also help us to grow this community like anything. So now how this all gonna work for us is we are gonna have a weekly theme. Just 2 more slides to go. We are gonna have a weekly theme. Every second week of month will be a theme week for us. So every month, it's like every month will be a theme weeks. That will be a second week. And whatever post or sharings we are going to do on the Facebook page or the group member community platforms, news updates, a lot of things which are going to happen will be majorly focusing on the wealth management as a first week. Second week we'll be focusing on the estate planning, third on economics, fourth on real estate, fifth would be portfolio management and alternative investment, then financial analysis research, and obviously the financial literacy week. As I said, there is a lot more opportunity to come for us, guys. So it's a every month, every 1 week in a month, we are going to do on a theme-based basis. So we know that we are developing ourselves across. Then is a iFinance knowledge webinar series. Basic members are going to enjoy the non-technical session every second Friday for 1 hour, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. We all will be intimating this information to you separately also, but just since it's a launch, we are sharing the information. Then premium and premium MyBiz members who are also in addition to the non-technical sessions who are going to experience and enjoy the technical sessions, they will those sessions will be happening on every third Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now a special announcement which we have to make here for you guys is the Pehla Kadam, which we want to take with you guys on this platform by saying how we are there with you. We are bringing this thing for you. What is this? This is a practice management session by a practice management guru whose name is Mr. Grant Hicks. Today is obviously one of the speakers, second speaker with us. He is from Canada. Just let me quickly read his profile in a small way. He's a practice management guru. He's a president to Advisor Practice Management. He has written 3 books. If you go to the third para, he has written a book on guerrilla marketing for financial advisors and friends. He has sold more than 21 million copies worldwide. And he has spoken on major financial institutions in Canada, US, and Asia. And he has been talking on various platforms, multiple platforms across the bigger markets where we see there are a lot of learnings. So what we are trying to bring is a 3-month program which we are trying to bring in. Every month there would be a 3-hour learning about what is happening there. So the topic would be more on the financial advisory, practice management, global best practices, and how to apply it to your practice. It would be more of a plug and play model. These are the broad learnings which you guys are going to get it. How to develop your ideal client acquisition process. I'm sure in this COVID-19, we are facing a lot of problems on acquisition. How to build a fee-ready practice, how to improve client communication, how to create and execute business strategy, how to create capacity and capability in your financial advisory, how to build process into everything you do from wealth management to process businesses. What are the deliverables for this program? Obviously, we would like to know this. It's like client meeting scripts, you are going to get it. So when you're meeting a client, how you're going to talk and everything, client messaging scripts, what you should write on the mobiles or emails, scripts, you're going to, what are the financial advisor hygiene factor checklist. There would be a booklet which you are going to get, and also this book of gorilla marketing for the financial advisors. You're going to get this book as a part of this program. We are launching this program on August 22nd, 2020. The first free tasting session. I know we are Indians and we love to taste the trainer first to understand what his qualities are, what his content, or how this guy or this gentleman is gonna give, make us learn new things. So we have kept another session on July 18, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. of Mr. Grant Hicks for this program launch. I think I have taken a lot of time now. We are not going to open up for the Q&A session right now, but after 7 o'clock, please note down your Q&As. We will have all the questions relating to the this membership after the 7 o'clock, or rather 6:50, when we are done with our speakers who are going to give a lot of learnings and understanding and insights today on two topics here. And I, without not taking much of time, would like to invite Mr. K.S. Rao sir, who is our mentor, who is our leader, and he's the one, I think, not think, rather, he's the one who, I'm sure that he's the one who has pushed us, AFM, to come to reach to this level. He has been guiding us, he has been helping us at every point of stage of the career of AFM Finance in last 9 years. He would be talking today on Reimagine Financial Advisory Services during the unprecedented times. Uh, he's a senior VP and head of investor education and distribution development. I'm sure he don't need any introduction, but yes, I personally feel I am duty bound. If I don't introduce him, it will be less on my part. Mr. K.S. Rao is a senior VP and head investor education and distribution development, Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund, having experience over 2 decades in the mutual fund industry in multiple senior managing roles. He's an Aafm, Calcutta, Enugunai, and obviously a lot of other academic achievements in his name. He has also been engaged with
Sir, unwanted disturbance are there from your side.
disturbance,
Yes, sir.
voice disturbance, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyways, I'm just trying to finish it off. Being on a mission of spreading the financial literacy and investor education, he created many outreach programs to inculcate saving as a habit. These initiatives have him won many accolades and the awards for his fund houses in India and abroad. During last 5 years, he and his team have conducted over 5,000 outreach programs. Congratulations for such a extensive outreach programs under the banner of Janoge Tabhi To Manoge. Under his leadership, he is also a member of various committees. Rao sir, uh, over to you, Rao sir. Rao sir?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir.
Namaskaram. Good evening.
Namaskar.
Namaskaramu. Good evening. Vanakkam to all my friends around, and it's great to have this evening with you. Congratulations to Deepak and Vyas for such an amazing. Vyas, you can stop sharing of this.
Sure.
That would be ideal way. And some of you who are not, then you can also please switch off your cameras. Those participants who are on the cameras, but very nice meeting each one of you. Good evening. It's a great to be here. And I was listening to Vas for the last 15-20 minutes. I really congratulate. And the topic was talking to me was reimagine. Looks like everyone is already reimagined how we are going to learn. And I really appreciate the kind of work Mr. Deepak and Vas has done with American Academy over a period of time. And at Aditya Birla, we partnered with him for longer. And my association with them is little over 7 years now, 8 years right across, I think. But no, we started our journey from down south in the Trichy on 30th April of 2015. That's our beginning. And today, I really appreciate. But one a word of caution from my side, when Vas was telling so many things to us, one thing which is coming to in mind. Please do excuse me, Mr. Vas. Everything looks very good, very fine. It's always what we need to. My great learned father who was a teacher. He used to tell me, and always read the fine print. And probably, my request is most of the times, uh, what you need is the most important. It's like we have many things in the world. I think, today I call it the world of abundance, but I can't pick up everything and everything I wanted. I mean, everything is available. I need to pick up what I wanted, probably pick and choose, and any learning platform is very good. And of course, we are in a democratic world. Not that one learning platform we stick to it, not that one area can be suffice. We have many things to do it. I mean, but for me, I always believe whatever the accolades the VAS has introduced, the biggest satisfaction I have in the last 25 years of my mutual fund industry is working closely with the financial advisors. That's where, because financial advisors does a wonderful phenomenal job, because today, after this COVID, it's only one thing which has cleared for all of us. The all of us, first we need to be concerned about our health, and the second best thing, we need to concern about the wealth. And there is the health warriors, health doctors, and those are the people who are really doing a great job. And you all, it's a thousands and lakhs of wealth advisors. You are doing again another wonderful job to ensure that people will not get into the anxiety. And it is a time for us to fine tune our practice management. It is a fine time for us to reimagine how we can go differently, not to be pessimistic, but to be positive, but to be optimistic. At Aditya Birla, we have a platform called Nipun, under which we do a lot of educational programs. What which is partnered with American Academy of Financial Management is the CFGP and AFGP, which we started with them. That is where I look at, and I'll just I'll run through the presentation quickly. I think I have next 20 minutes or 25 minutes to go, because we are little running late. I think, see, I will try to complete as early as possible. Give me a minute. Some of you would have attended recent sessions on our reimagine and our restart or redesign. We were there. Some of these things you would have heard, but some of you others. But I really thank Vas and Deepak and Vas for having me here today. And this is a time for us to look life and everything very differently, and how we can reimagine of the life of possibilities. What is that we can reimagine at this point of time? And how we can go forward, and what is that we learned, and how the things have shaped up, what things will shape it up. And it is all up to us, it is up to me. This is what I said to each one of you sometime when I met. It is Gaur Gopalji's one of the sessions which I found very useful tool for me. And friends, I think before I go, I think quite a good amount, you are around 400 people on the 400 one of the finest financial advisors on the plan now. I think, there is one thing I liked when Vas was talking about. It's about I think it's a planet, planet of financial. It's like it is like one side we are talking about vocal about local, and things are changing very well. And but for us as a financial advisors, the geography is the border and geography is an history. Now your client can have anywhere else. You can sit in your hometown, you can sit in your village, you can sit in your place, and you can do the business in such a way you can give a sophisticated advice to your investor. I think you have a bundle of opportunities. I think rightly put, there is a planet, but in the planet, the first three words are the plan. Your plan should be very right. And you need to look your plan as to, and when you are a guide, you are a torch light, and you are throwing the light to the people, you are you're throwing the light to your investors. You should not throw the light to the wrong side. It should be on the right side. Just to have small engagement with each one of you, I would like to have in the chat section, what is that learnings you have during the last 100 days? It's a little around 100 days of the lockdowns for us, and most of us, we stayed back, and things have changed for good. Sometimes some things have not gone well. What are the important lessons you learned during the lockdown? Can I have a look at charts? And you can come to the chat and share anything. And I mean, what is that you learned? I think, I've seen most of the people, there is a will to survive. They want to survive. This is where, our honorable prime minister said, Jan or Jahan. First we talk about life, then we stole about livelihood, then we came back to the lifestyles. And we have become little more caring, and no, we are becoming little more sharing. I think chats are got muted. It looks like I'm not getting any chats here, and maybe I'll just leave it here. I can move forward. It is the time, like, it has given a lot of us, like, for example, after this 100 days, 400 of us, we are in this evening, we are talking something about our future, we are talking something about our learnings. One is the biggest thing, we should have a gratitude to the divine. And the biggest gratitude is we all survived. I think, yeah, Rakesh ji, you are right, 360-degree remote connection, thinking more, Ajay ji, and Balaji, Mr. Balaji, learn on the other side of the life, good immunity to health and wealth. Nice, Mr. Puthuswamy, namaste. Life is beautiful. Life is about need. You need not life is all about needs, not about the wants. Discipline in life. I think it's a fantastic. Each one of you have summed up so nice. I'm very glad, and it is like lot we learn. And COVID has come truly to this world to teach something to us. And one is to live simply, and avoid wastage, or I think this is a time which has taught us very deeper sense of purpose. And most of us, yesterday I was there, I was talking to our North India financial advisor friends. And then I was just talking to them. I said, I have become I'm into the financial services, I'm into the mutual funds 25 years back. But I'm basically a direct technology graduate. I have not come here by design as a financial guy. I have come by as a default, but I have become a design by say. And this is where we need to build it up. And end of it, this COVID also given us the community spirit. COVID has given us the family bonding. COVID has unfortunately given a little bit of anxiety. But this anxiety made us to have a self-discovery. What is that? Am I truly living my life? Am I working rightly? Is it for what? Then then it has also given on the financial service, financial side, the Mercedes-Benz on the garage is not that worth than couple of lakhs of rupees in my bank account or my liquid account, because the money which I need is more important than not the costliest vehicle at the garage, which I am not using it. This is what lessons from the lockdown. This is one wonderful poster which I like the most. And how that COVID has taught us, we will not go back to the normal. Normal never was. We are talking about new normal. In fact, what is that old normal? And we have become abnormal, and we are getting back to the normal. Discipline was our normal, and respecting others was normal. I mean, hygiene was normal. When I was a small child in a village, my grandmother never used to allow me once I come back from the school without a hand wash. But today somebody said very rightly, there is nothing in my hands, but I am washing my hands. Similarly, there is nothing in our hands. There is an Almighty who is talking to us. And this is we normalize the greed, we normalize iniquity, exhaustion, depletion, extraction. All these things have gone, and we are getting into the new normal. New normal again of what? New normal of the gratitude, new normal for caring others. As a financial advisor, your responsibility not only for you, it is your responsibility for the investors first, and your family next, and Almighty too. And that's where we can work. And it's like we all need to go back and we stitch that new government called humanization, and serving somebody, and how we can work forward. I think this is what I say, reimagine 2020 after Corona. And after Corona, the AC, that version should look like for every one of us, whoever so you are. I think, if KS Rao, it should be a KS Rao 2.0. If it is a VAS 2.0 or Deepak 2.0, your version should be far better than what you were earlier, in terms of not in terms of just earnings of yourself, but you are serving to the world, serving to the society. And what for we are all put into this world with a purpose. And once you understand that purpose, how you are giving back to the society with that purpose in a bigger way. Well, this is what I would like to say. And it's all disruption, and this disruption has given some discovery. I do in my coaching classes, when I get my coachee, we have I run the session into the 4 parts. This is a coaching methodology which has been taught. And we talk about the dreams, we talk about the design, discovery, that what are the dreams the person is having, then how you can discover. And once you discover what it is required, then you design how you need to go where you want to go. And the last one is you need to reach the destiny. This is what this disruption has given. Disruption will shake us up, but it will give us a change. And change, it's like, yesterday I was telling again, quoting Gaur Gopalji, he nicely mentions the change can be changed. You can accept the change. And second is, you can change your mindset and then take this challenge. In fact, today I will like to talk to you about four things: how you can build your skill set, how you can build your mindset, how you can build your heart set, how you can build your soul set. This is what I keep listening to. I had a small coaching program with Mr. Rabin Sharma sometime back. Then these are the four things which you can look at. Is I think at AFM platform, the financial club, which is giving you the skill set to you. But skill set is one level of things. What is changes you is your mindset, how you are dealing with yourself. In this 100 days of lockdown, your interaction with only four walls and the family, and of course you are chatting, but that, we are all social beings. To be frank, isolation is not the way of life for us. And what is that your mindset is talking to you? That's where you need to bring that discipline. That's called in yoga dinacharya. How you can bring every day, irrespective of what it is, you bring that. And the last is you can work for that change. That change can happen, and you should have a heart set. And the last is, you should create a legacy. Like, today financial advisors, they serve for generations, generation after the generation, and you need to leave that legacy. Like, if there is the other day, Deepak ji was there for our South CFGP refresher. He was talking about one of the case study where somebody has invested with a financial advisor 25 years back, and now instead you are giving the money, you are passing on the wealth from generation to generation. You are there for the wealth creation, you are there for the wealth protection, you are there for the wealth transfer. Whatever the wealth transfer is happening, again the wealth creation is going to happen. Sometimes, I stay in Bangalore. I knew quite a good amount of financial advisors here in Bangalore. There is a community called Community of Financial Professions. I call them as a community of finance professionals. And what they do is, like, generation after generation, the kind of serve they do, and customer is the foremost for them. This is what you need to look at. And all that what we need to do is, it's a time for us to look not just the business, but the new life of possibilities. How you can become one of the best financial advisors, how we can become one of the finest human being too. And just for a minute, wherever you are, some of you who are driving, please don't do this exercise while driving. If you are sitting at home, and just close your eyes and think over, you are into the deep sleep tonight. And tomorrow, Sunday morning, it's being a Guru Purnima. I think you are at the right place. This section I think today's session is happening. All the gurus coming in. I think, there are very many gurus, from our parents to lot many who can support us. And tomorrow morning you get up, and suddenly you have seen the newspaper in the morning. The moment you open the door, the newspaper guy gives the newspaper to you. It could be any newspaper, financial daily to any daily, either in your language. It could be a Tamil, Telugu to Hindi, or Assami, or Bengali, or Odia. And then the moment you wake up and see the newspaper, which talks about the mutual fund industry has gone 4x. I think somebody said earlier the 9x kind of it. And mutual fund industry is 100 lakh crores, and India is a 5 trillion economy. And all that what you are wishing is humanity has become better after the COVID. They have become a great individual, great collaboration, great cooperation is happening. Keeping this in mind, what is that you want to change? What is that you wish for humanity? And what is that where you want to take your business? This is what exactly I call it is a imagination or reimagination. This is what you can look at. Your imagination can go on. And this is what Viktor Franklin, who is a prisoner from the Nazi and who has survived that entire camp life, and the refugee camp, and he came out after all the tortures. And it is for any common human being, it is not easy. Some of you got a time, please read his book called Man's Search of Meaning. It is a fantastic book. I think, to get the hope and optimism, we can't get a better book than that. And what he says is, the best quality taken. I mean, everything can taken from out. I think at this point of COVID, some of the people, some of our investors would have lost the job. Some of them have lost. Some of their pay packets were cut, and there is a financial discomfort. And we have seen lot many migrant workers. To be frank, it is touching our heart, and we all need to go and serve them. I think, I'm sure each of you would have done something great for each of these migrant workers. I think that's where I said we all got a community spirit. But there is one thing is choosing our own attitude, how I can survive and how I can become better, how I can add value to the people, how I can serve my people. And here it's a value to the people doesn't mean that you're in this profession. This profession is a financial advisory. Financial advisory comes with a fiduciary responsibility. Fiduciary responsibility comes with lot of your internal discipline. Means customers focus is always in mind. That is the mindset which can make us make our customers rich. Once your customers are rich, we are always we are always rich. It is that's where we can go back and we can do. And it's a life reimagine is like this is what you need to reimagine your life, how you can do. And once you reimagine, that's a huge opportunity is there. You have a lot of choices, and it gives you choices, and choices gives you the curiosity what to pick it up. And that once you pick it up the priorities, then you should have a courage to implement and adapt and serve. I think how you look at your business as you go, not now for a lifelong how you can do it. I think this is wonderful. I mean, some of you who attended at Aditya Birla Voyage, we invited Nasim Nicholas Taleb is one of the keynote speakers this year on our digital voyage, and he has written one great book called Anti-Fragile. Anti-Fragile is a book. This book gives us a very good insight, which is called the things gains from the disorder, and the things which we can gain from the disorder, or the things like currently we are looking at it is there is a disorder. He talks about making your business anti-fragile. Learning is one way of the anti-fragile for us, and we need to look our learning how it can go on. And this is what this is a great learnings we can look at. And all that important at this point of this time this time is like I'll just go back. Yeah, here this is like what he says is discomfort we get out of the disorder. Discomfort is the price for the meaningful life. And when things are tough, and we need to be much more we need to be at our best. And this is the time we can focus on the things, even the small changes, adapting over a period of time. By the time August, September, I think things can come back to the normal, and you become not only a very learned financial advisor, and you can become very evolved financial advisor. And and then it's a time for us to what is important now for us is like winning at any way, and how I can win at this point of time. And what is important win is what is important now for WIM. This is what we can say is discover your big why are we doing here, what is an advisory we are doing here. And here it is not your time is the most valuable asset, your focus of learnings. Please sit with your customer, do the portfolios reevaluations, and look have a conversation. I'll tell you one great thing. I have a financial advisor who handles my money, and I had a dialogue with him sometime in the month of March 31st. And I was because I keep myself traveling and very busy. First time I stayed 100 days at home, and I told him, and sir, looks like my portfolio is huge losses, and we were just looking at, I have something around 26% negative return, and my portfolio is lost by 26%. And he kept keeping me my emotions, nothing to worry, you teach everyone, what should I teach you. And your portfolio is in the safe hands, and what you have invested is a goal based, and don't worry. And day before yesterday I was just looking at I think last week I was looking at it was 7% down, and day before yesterday I was looking at my portfolio is at zero, I'm at a neutral. And this is where I look at the financial advisor value. However you are even I may be good at teaching, I may be good at understanding, but I should have my own financial advisor. This I learned from one of my doctor's friends who works within the Jayadeva hospital. When his daughter has got to surgery, he said, I can't operate her because I have emotionally attached to her. And he ensured one of his co-doctor is going to address. And similarly, this is what I thought my portfolio can also go to a financial advisor who can make my life better. In fact, friends, ये समय जो हमें मिला है, इसकी थोड़ा सही ढंग से इस्तेमाल करना है. एक कहावत है, ये कहते हैं, वक्त सबको मिलता है जिंदगी बढ़ाने के लिए, जिंदगी दोबारा नहीं मिलता है वक्त बढ़ाने के लिए. ये वक्त हम ये करेंगे, हम थोड़ा अपना बिजनेस के बारे में और कैसा फोकस करेंगे. एंड ये एक और एक हिंदी सेइंग व्हिच सेज ये वक्त अच्छा जरूर आता है, अच्छे दिन के लिए हम बात करते हैं आजकल, बट कम वक्त पर नहीं आता. वो वक्त के लिए वेट करने से हम अपना प्रिपरेशन आगे बढ़ेंगे. And here is how you can do your reimagining your once you have reimagined where you want to go, how you want to get your business done. And I call this is a charting your financial advisory growth path. This is a indirectly I said it is a CFGP. This is a course which we got it done with American Academy of Financial Management. They have really today in India at Aditya Birla Sun Life Asset Management, We take pride. We created 10,000 goal planners. Many of you would have been a goal planners. I'm very proud to associate with you. And more than that, I congratulate each one of you who have taken a mission to learn, get the certified, and make that as a confident course and make that useful to your business and ensure that you have followed the goal planning. If you have done the goal planning, I am sure the current crisis has not much impacted your business. And it would have just like my financial advisor managed my money, your investors would have been grateful to you. Friends, you need to look. This is the time how you can chart and navigate your practice to the new normal. And what is this new normal? When we call it the new normal, when it's a new place which you have not traveled, what you do is you take a GPS along with you. And that GPS is a, like, for me, I always say it's a goal positioning system where I want to go high. Well, once you have this new path and when you want to this new life and you have a new map of it and how you need to travel, you need to strategize. This is what how you can navigate it. And don't expect it is going to be a smooth journey. Expect that it's going to be a tough journey so that you prepare for it. And all that what you need to do is each of us are very unique. Whether I am coming from Dehradun, I mean, I met a friend of mine, a great advisor there, Mr. Achin. I like the kind of HNI clients in Dehradun he manages, or when I go to down south or Hyderabad, another friend who manages only doctors' money kind of this is what he manages only doctors. What is your value proposition? I take care of only HNIs, I take care of only value, only doctors, or whichever the value proposition, you be clear. Once you are clear, then you know where you want to go, what you want to offer. We can't offer everything to everyone. Like the way, which one you need to choose. Like when we have VAS has shown some 12, 13 courses, just check which course is useful to you. Not you learn that in a deeper way rather than every course something. That's where you can get command, you become mastery over it. And best of the batsmen are we can go to Mr. Virat Kohli and ask what you did differently, or Sachin Tendulkar, we can ask what he did differently. They are not focused on the opposite things, they focused on their strengths, and you need to focus on your strengths. And you need to just put a strategies to grow your business. And I'm sure your business only can grow. Who is important to us is my client, right? Once you grow your clients, your business automatically grow. And why client will come to, client has to do the business with you. Today client got an offer like opportunity elsewhere, and it's called do it yourself. But all these clients of do it yourself, unfortunately they lost somewhere. Majority of them, they are searching for an advisor. They keep asking us where is the right advisor I can get. You have a huge opportunity. And do it yourself, DIY customer. You can only go and talk to them. Don't try to acquire in straight. You can stop to hit them and reorganize his portfolio. You say, I will convert DIF to DIW, do it with you. And then you convert him to DIF, do it for you. Then you have a one-to-one conversation and he is your new customer. I think it's a time for us. You need to get to acquire, how to acquire new clients, how to retain new clients, and how to segment your existing clients and manage the clients. And there is a huge opportunity. This morning I was reading a report of CDSL. CDSL has acquired highest number of deposited DP accounts in the last month, in the month of May and June. It's in the month of June, they got 8 lakh people. In the month of May, roughly around 5 lakh. Means in the last 2 months and during the lockdown, there are 14 lakhs of depository accounts which has come. Go back and see in the previous 24 months numbers, it is averaging out on 3 lakhs per month. Whereas it has gone to 3x and 4x. Means, customers are looking to manage their money differently. And there is a study conducted by Business Line 3 weeks back, which says 54% of the clients are looking for the contingency plan is immediate need. 50. And all your customers, what you need to do is just check he's got a contingency fund or no. Just check his retirement fund is not there. You just change your strategies and you can change your communication with them and you can just understand for them. And last but not the least is risk management is very key for our clients, and risk for each of us are very different. Each of the clients are not, some of them are very risk averse, some of them are ready to take a lot of risk. And you should learn the art of risk management. Some of them, they avoid the risk, how you can manage. Some of them, they want to reduce the risk, how you can manage. Some of them, they have to transfer the risk. The art of risk management is how you can work on it. This is what McKinsey suggests in for the businesses to revive, how the business can get revived and what you need to do for the business revival is something like, how you can, first thing is the recovering the revenue. Iske pehle vyas ka ek slides are taking pahla kadam. Friends, any big thing you do one step at a time. Take that one step at a time, and what is that you can do to get your own business back onto the revenue which you want to look at. and use this moment to plan for the future and accept this new normal and moving to the new normal. And remember what is important now, which I said earlier, and you need to put your best foot forward, and that is your learning curve. Take, things will not go. There is nothing called, FOMO, like, fear of missing the opportunity is not there. You have another 1 month or 1.5 months, maybe keeping next 45 days, anything, 40 days, you get a habit from tomorrow, like 5th of July to 15th of August, which is an Independence Day for the country, to celebrate next 40 days, change those habits, which can change yourself, your skill set, your mindset, your heart set, and your soul set, and how you can retain your clients. And you can create a map that is a make an action plan, MAP map, and you become an ACE advisor. That is, ACE advisor for me is art of client engaging, and prioritize your clients basing on the ABC, and end of it, use your heart to touch them. That heart for me is an acronym which I call humanize. Like, entire business operate as a human, and he is educating the customers. He is assuring the customers you will manage their money well, and you take care of them, and you have all that wherewithal. And all that you need to do is you need to revolutionize, or is revolutionizing, and revolutionize your customer, your value addition to your customer. And P is tackling the future by anticipating. We can't predict the future, we can prepare for the future. How you can prepare for the future is, even there could be one more wave of so the COVID can come, but still you can handle once you are prepared. Only thing, you are following the social norms, you are following this government guidelines, which talks about SMS. You have a it's called sanitizing, it's you're keeping your mask, and there is a social distancing. In the financial advisory, what we need to do is we need to go back and sanitize the portfolio of our customers, and mask them from the fears and anxieties, and give them the comforts. And the last but not the least, social distancing. Like my financial advisor told me to have a portfolio distancing. राव साहब, आप अगले 3 महीने आपके पोर्टफोलियो को मत देख लीजिए, मैं आपकी पोर्टफोलियो की संभाल रहा हूँ, आप चिंता मत कर लीजिए, मेरा your portfolio, I will manage it. That's what he has given me. Probably I love my financial advisor. He got a different kind of a PPE kit. He got a passion, he got a purpose, and he got an enthusiasm to serve me very differently. And this is what you need to have, a startup mindset. Again, I said this is a recovering the revenue fast. This is a McKinsey studies. Again, you need to shape your business, have this SHAPE, startup, human at core, acceleration of the digital. Digital is the core, my dear friends. Digital is the core, and move to the digital very quickly, adapt to the digital. Digital future is the digital, present is the digital, and you need to get there and adapt to the new ecosystem very quickly. And it is like, this is what create a customer playbook. And I think Mr. Vass was mentioning about various courses he's offering, and every Friday or every Thursday you have various things. Likewise, for your client, you are not just a financial advisor. You need to be a little more beyond. You are a life coach. You are a coach for your customer. You are a mentor for your customer. You are a role model for your customer, and you are an expert for your customer. You are an accountability partner for your customer. You are a complementary partner, and you are a person with a shared interest. And ensure that you are the center of your customer's life. Then you will become customer will become center of your business. I think this is what you need to look at. And this is one I just took it from the, not my creation. How you can become exceptional financial advisor is having the foundation is ethic, and the second one comes expertise. Bring these two E's to the business, then you become personalized approach and meaningful guidance. Then you can get the advanced capabilities what AFM is giving to you, and what you can give is exceptional service. Then you become an exceptional advisor. And this is a year 2020. Unfortunately, has become little very good or bad tough year for us. But it is a leap year. I always call every leap year is LEAP, leading edge in abundance and prosperity. Every 4 years you get that opportunity how you can leap forward. And here is a leap forward for us. Move from the financial goal planning to beyond. You become a life goal planning and focus on your customer life goals. And ease on investments. Don't make the customer's life journey very complicated. You need to make it simplified. Finance is complicated. How much simplify you can make, and that's the best thing. And the common sense is rarely common nowadays. Bring the common sense to the investments after all your learnings. And then your asset allocation, which gives the lot of money. I mean, asset allocation is the one creates the wealth, and there are studies n number of times have shown 90% of the wealth is created, protected because of the asset allocation. I mean, I was just looking at my own portfolio. Had there been not asset allocation, I would have lost 70% of my money. I think, that's when your asset allocation will work and you become a very professional, and your approach not by the qualification, approach by your own approaching to the clients, and you become let the clients benefit out of you, then you get benefit out of it. And with you all, our asset management industry, which I belong to, will have a leaps and bounds. I mean, mutual fund sahi hai, mutual fund sahi tha, sahi hai, sahi rahega. That's where I look at it can be a multiple bites. And please, my last message before I go on, the first message or last message is client must be the foremost in your mind. That should be the mindset for us. Client should be the foremost in our mind. Client is my God. Client is everything. Customer is my God. I think that is what Mahatma Gandhi said. And and this is the turbulence period, but I think it will come back. We come back to the normalcy. This is one quote from my chairman who said sometime back when during the COVID times he was addressing us. He said, periods of turmoil historically seen emergence of champions powered by the quality leadership and sound business fundamentals. As a financial advisor, what you need to do is quality of the advice and fundamentally serving the customer is the most important things. And I keep saying, I come from the ABC, Aditya Birla Capital. And for me, the ABC is first on the learning side, always build competency. A for always build competency. And while working all this ABC is always be cheerful. And in wishing you all the good luck. I wish Vyas and Deepak a very good luck on this endeavor. Keep learning. And AFM can do a lot of good things for you. But as a fund houses, most of the fund houses are working on helping you, enriching you. I think, fund houses, mutual funds are going to be your mutual friends. And since, from my fund house, I can always share to you, there is a Nipun platform which we talk to you, or Privilege Club, we talk to you. You're always privileged. And it's our responsibility to make you Nipun. And this is not a platform to promote myself or my company, but, we do a lot. And that's where my partnership with AFM. And I thank AFM for giving me this opportunity. And God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening. I love to listen. I think that if you can look at the guerrilla marketing, what he is talking about is building your capacity. And building your capacity is building your capability. Building your capability happens when your learning can become better. How learning can become better, your love for earning, earning can become a learning. And you have a love for earning more and giving more, and have that love for learning. And God bless you all. Thank you, Mr. Vyas. Thanks to friends, and wishing you all the good luck. And
Thank you so very much, Rao sir. And this is your platform. Whatever you always want to say, you can always say. And having said that, I think the today's session and the enlightening thing what we have told about reimagining, I think that's an eye opener for all of us. How we should not only be talking about the business, but there are a lot of aspects we should look into it. And without wasting much of the time, sir, we will have, I think I will ask Dimple to take the Q&A session from the chat box. All of you, please, if you have any questions, you can ask. We will take not more than 3 questions because another speaker is waiting. And unfortunately, today I have taken a lot more time that was expected. And sorry for that.
We can start these questions, Vyas. There is no problem. Yeah. Most of them known to us. We can take. Probably we can invite the speaker in the paucity of time. And I'm available to every one of them. And this is not the first time or the last time. I'm going to many times on the AFM platform. I wish all the good luck to AFM Club. And, and probably your AFM first 2 letters should be always aspire more and, acquire more. And over to the new speaker. And thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Rao sir. Thank you so very much for your time and session, sir. I will just share my screen to introduce our next speaker. Yeah. So friends, I hope this first session was really nice for you guys. There were a lot of takeaways to look at, not only what we are looking at the business side right now, but there are a lot many other things to think upon and we should work upon at the same time. So we have Mr. Grant Hicks, who is a CIM from Canada. He's a president of Advisor Practice Management. He's popularly known as Practice Management Guru, who has also written many books, and he's a co-author to the Guerrilla Marketing for Financial Advisor. I think the name itself is quite and heavy for us, all of us. to convince that that this book has to be a great book, and not only we have to think about it. I think 21 million copies when sold out across the globe can tell us that what kind of value this book would hold. So let me quickly introduce Mr. Grant Hicks. He's today with us. He's already there on the platform. And first of all, I would like to thank him to agree to come on this platform and talk. And friends, let me tell you right now, since in Canada, it's roughly somewhere around 5:30 a.m. in the morning. We are just at 6 p.m. or 6:15 past to 6 p.m. in the evening. It's 5:30 a.m. I think 99% of us do not even get awake at 5:30. Thank you so very much, Grant, for accepting our request and this on this episode timing, I would say. So today you would be talking on how to become a future ready financial advisor and what are the global best practices which are being followed. Mr. Grant Hicks is a CIM, is a practice management expert and a president of Advisor Practice Management. This is his website. Grant Hicks has written 3 books and is a keynote speaker at conferences and workshops for financial advisors. He has spoken for major financial institutions in Canada, United States, and Asia. He coaches individual financial advisors and teams on perfect practice management processes for ideal clients, prospects, and centers of influence. Grant Hicks specializes in elite practice management strategies for financial advisors and financial institutions. He helps finance professionals acquire ideal clients and increase their revenue through proven value-added processes and strategic practice management processes. His guerrilla marketing for financial advisor book are part of his guerrilla marketing series, which has sold over 21 million copies worldwide. And his writing and speaking have made him an expert resource on practice management for finance professionals who want to build an elite future-ready financial practice. And just to add on to this, friends, he is also a judge to a platform where all the top financial advisors of the Canada come and then they talk about what kind of offerings and what processes they are following. So that's how the senior Mr. Grant Hicks is here. Over to you, Mr. Grant. Thank you so very much for attending, and giving this session today. Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome. You can hear me?
Yes.
The volume works. Okay, excellent. And now let's prepare the presentation and you can see the screen.
Yes, we can.
Excellent, perfect. Well, everyone, thank you very much for joining in today. This is a chance for you to work on your business. I'm going to share with you some materials to get you thinking about what we need to do in the current environment and definitely in the future. Let me give you a little background. I was an advisor like you for over 20 years. I managed over $150 million of assets. So I know what it takes to build an asset management business, know what it takes to become an elite financial advisor. And so I now work with elite financial advisors across North America. The teams that I work with usually generate between $1 and $8 million US. So $1 and $8 million US. So these are successful individual advisors or successful teams. And I'm going to share with you what some of the most elite advisors do. We're going to talk a bit at the end about a bit of a program that we're putting together for Aafm to help you. The one book, we're going to get a copy of this ebook in your hands, and we're going to talk about a course that we're going to talk about to help you get this material in your hands. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, I want to make sure that you're delivering more value than ever before. I want to talk about some engaging offers. These are conversations that are going to help you engage the elite people that you're looking for. These are proven processes. You see, practice management is about 3 things: process, process, process. The most successful advisors have deeper processes than the average advisor. And this is what I'm going to share with you today. So let's get started. Let's dig right into this. So the more value you give, the more valuable you become. The more value you give, the more valuable you become. You see, I truly believe that the most successful advisors in this current environment and in the future will be dramatically different than the successful advisors of the past. I want to share a story with you. As a practice management coach working with elite teams, I'm traveling across the whole North America, and I probably did about 100 flights. And one day, working with these teams, it hit me clear as day that the most successful advisors are doing the exact same things in the exact same way. And it was the exact opposite of what all the other advisors were doing. And I want to share that with you today. I want to get you thinking about what you need to do in this current environment. You see, Einstein knew over 50 years ago that it's the emotional connection that we have to focus on. He was known for numbers, he was known for logic. And as Einstein says, not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. What did he mean by that? So I want you to write this number down. I want you to write 84%, and I don't want you to forget that number, because the wealthy, 84% engage emotionally first and logic second. They engage emotionally first and logic second. And so many times when I ask advisors, what is your offer to a high net worth prospect? It's logical. We're going to talk about investments. We're going to talk about performance. We're going to talk about what we can do for you. We're going to talk, and it's all logical, and it does not engage people. And so what the most successful advisors are doing are focusing on products, the most successful advisors don't talk about products, services, and performance first. They don't talk about planning and advice. They talk about emotionally compelling offers that lead into planning and advice that they eventually sell more products and performance. Now, don't get me wrong, products and performance is important. You need that to be successful. It's critically important. And that's why you work with certain firms. But it is only part of the process. It's what we call one-dimensional, which leads into more comprehensive planning and advice, which we're going to talk about today. And it's going to help you engage people in an emotionally compelling way. So let me get this a little bit deeper so that you understand what I mean by having these offers. You meet a prospect, you talk to them, you maybe call them, you make an offer, and they go, I'm good, I've got someone taking care of this, or I've got another advisor. And where do you go from there? So I want you to write this down. Add more value. What value did you add last year to your best high net worth clients? And what value add are you going to deliver to your best clients and prospects this year? What value added services are you going to deliver? Take a minute, write that down. What are you going to deliver for more value add this year? Now let's put it another way. I want to tell you a quick little story. 10 years ago, when 08, 09, when the markets dropped in the economic crisis, Charles Schwab in the United States decided to do one thing for their best clients. They added one major thing of value each and every year. Hence, 10 years later, people cannot catch up to Charles Schwab. And I followed that method as a successful financial advisor. And every year we would add more value. So when you try to go and get more high net worth prospects, I say, how are you going to get more high net worth prospects and work in that market? And the typical answer I get is, oh, I'll just go and find wealthier people. Well, guess what? It doesn't work. You need to add more value. So I want you to do this little exercise with me. What are your ideal prospects not currently getting from their current financial advisor or institution? What are they not getting? Write those three things down. So we get a lot of different answers. We might get communication. They don't hear enough from their different financial advisors or institutions. You're correct. What else aren't they currently getting? Well, let me share with you some ideas today to offer and to deliver more value. Let me ask you a few questions. First off, how many of these high net worth clients have clarity around all their values and goals mapped out on paper? What percentage of the best prospects you work with have clarity around all their values and goals? You see, clarity is the number one thing people are looking for. The second thing, are they organized in all 7 areas of their financial life? You may not help them in all 7 areas, but you could help them get organized in all 7 areas. I'll go over the areas slowly if you want to write them down, but they're tax, estate, investment, risk, insurance, debt, and cash flow. Tax, estate, investment, risk, insurance, debt, cash flow. Helping people get organized is a critical skill that adds tremendous value, because the more organized you are, the better planning and advice you can deliver. So how many people understand what they pay, but more importantly, what they get? So we have a process that we won't share with you today, but we'll talk about in the workshops, is a fee audit process and a beneficiary audit process. Helping people understand it's not what they pay, it's what they get. And then beneficiary audits are making sure that all your beneficiaries are correct in all your investments, all your insurance. If you have a will, summarized on 1 page. So you look the prospect in the eye, or you call them virtually and look them in the eye, and you ask them one question. I'm just curious, what is the probability of success of reaching all your goals with your current plans? What is the probability of success reaching all your goals with your current plans? And in 30 years, very few people have been able to answer that question. Geez, I don't know. Would you like to know? Would it be valuable if we set up a call to help you with this? And when's the last time you stress test your mutual funds or your portfolio or your plan against your goals? When was the last time you stress test them? And finally, do you have a team around you, network of professionals that is coordinated? I'm going to dive deeper into these offers, but I really want you to think about what I call them is 6 gold bricks, right? Gold brick number 1 is helping people get clarity. You see, clarity is the number 1 thing people want. So when we ask these, what we call emotionally engaging questions, it engages people. We talk about getting your complete financial life in order. Would that be valuable to you? Would that be valuable to you? We help you understand transparency, not only what you're paying, but more importantly, what you're getting for what you're paying. How do you feel when you're paying for something and not getting it? I use a simple example of, your cell phone. If they charge you a whole bunch of extra fees, we get mad and angry and call them. But when we're talking about our investments, these are 10 times the amount of cost. Do they know what they're paying, and more importantly, what they're getting? Understanding that. Are they getting comprehensive advice, and what's the probability of success? Have they stress tested their current plans? Are they getting coordinated advice? And eventually it leads into the ultimate family legacy discussion. And that's what families eventually do, is having those legacy discussions with their successful financial advisor. So these are what we call 6 gold bricks. And what these are questions. So for example, would it be valuable to get clarity around all your goals and put that on paper? I'll share that with you today. Would it be valuable to get organized in all 7 areas? I'll share that with you today. Would it be helpful to understand transparency, the probability, coordinated? So what you want to do is what we call an altruistic process, an altruistic process. We're going to give you these offers, Mr. and Mrs. Prospect, because we think that they would be extremely valuable to you, regardless if you work with us or not. Sound fair? And all of a sudden they say, sure, we could have a call, we could have a conversation, we could have a video call, we could have a discussion around what it is. Because here's the problem. Your prospects, they don't know what they don't know. They don't know they're not getting this, do they? You and I know they're not getting this. How do you get the message to them to let them know what they don't know? They don't know they've got all their goals clearly mapped out. They don't know that they're not organized in all 7 areas. They don't know what they're paying. They have no probability of success, never stress test their plans. They don't have a coordinated network of professionals. If we could show you what this could do for you, would that be a valuable conversation? Yes, great. Let's have a conversation. And so your offers are emotionally compelling. Your offers have to be emotionally compelling to engage people and offering value. As Nick Murray says, all successful investing is goals focused and planning driven, and all failed investing is market focused and current outlook driven. And that's what the industry and all advisors are struggling to realize, that yes, it's important to talk about markets and performance, but that's second compared to helping you get your clarity around all of your goals. Where are you going? And we're going to show you a process that'll help you with that. So my question to you today is, what are your offers to your most successful prospects and your best clients? What are you going to offer them this year? What are the questions you're going to ask? What are you going to give them? And so one of the things that the elite advisors do is they record themselves. They record themselves as a practice conversation with a prospect. They record themselves when they're doing a mock meeting. They record and listen to themselves, and then eventually they ask for permission and they record the meeting with ideal clients and prospects. That's part of what the coaching that I do is people send me those conversations with the client's permission, of course, and we listen to that, and so that we get a really good understanding of what your interview process is. And so trust me, the first time I did this, I'm like, I suck. I sound that way. Everyone hates to hear themselves. I get that, right? But think about this. I mean, the best athletes of the world now do video training, video coaching. They watch the game over and over and they figure out what they did wrong and how they can improve. And that's a big part of the current environment. The current reality is recording, practicing, and mastering. Recording, practicing, and mastering. That's how you're going to improve. You're going to do some self-coaching. You know, I always said the 3 toughest things in the world are diamond, steel, and knowing yourself. Well, listening to your recordings and seeing what you're saying and what the conversation looks like, you'll massively improve in a very short period of time. Find a mentor or a coach that can help you with that. Be a really, really dramatic improvement. So how are you going to acquire more ideal clients this year? Well, I'm going to give you a couple things about the process what the most successful advisors do. We're going to talk about defining the ideal clients for you. Most advisors, when I say, okay, tell me about your ideal clients or prospects, and they start with assets. And assets don't mean much. It's what is the revenue you get for the services you provide. Now, I'm not saying how you should price or run your business. That's not what I'm saying. But what I want you to think about is when you sit across or virtually across from someone, what is the revenue you're going to deliver for the value you give? And I want you to write that number down. Now I know your numbers, I believe, are in rupees. So write down how many rupees you would get from your best clients today on an annual basis, or best prospects today. You get commissions, and take your best clients and write that number down. Now take that number and I want you to double it. How are you going to go from the first number to the next number? Deliver more value. That's how you're going to get there. So advisors I work with, they start with $10,000 of annual revenue, 10,000 US dollars from an ideal client. And we take them to $20,000 and $30,000 per annual client fees and revenue. The second number I want you to think about is the net worth, assets minus liabilities of the best clients you want to work with. Write down that net worth. And then I want you to double that net worth. And think about how are you going to deliver more value to those people that pay those fees and have that net worth. One simple clue, we're going to talk about your ideal clients, but one simple clue is an age. People that are 50 and over have a higher net worth because they've accumulated over a period of time. So the older people have the wealth. We already know that. Now, how are you going to find people in this current environment? We're going to talk about some prospecting strategies to do today. And then how are you going to meet those people? What are your offers and how are you going to engage them? And we're going to talk a bit about that because we know that 75% of advisors don't have an ideal definition of who their ideal prospect is. So I want you to write down two words: financial delegator. Financial delegator. Financial delegator. What is a financial delegator? Well, I'm going to describe your best clients. They trust you, they like you, they're all in, they give you all the information, they're easy to work with, and you don't hear from them much. Because a financial delegator values time more than money. And so they want to delegate their planning, their advice, their investments to you. See, these aren't the people that are do-it-yourself or trying to save a few dollars. So it took me 10 years to learn this, and I want to share this with you today. You cannot make a non-financial delegator a financial delegator ever. Stop. Don't even try. So the challenge with a lot of your prospects is not you, it's them. 50% of people are financial delegators out there that they can trust you and like you and work with you. The other 50% believe in two doctors, one for the top half of the body and one for the bottom half. I mean, that doesn't make sense, does it? You can't change them. Don't even try. Find people that you can delegate. They can delegate their finances to you. Trust me, you will save so much time and energy in the future by focusing on financial delegators, because that's the practice you're trying to build. The practice of the future has financial delegators that value advice, they trust you, they want to work with you. So as I said, write down the ideal revenue you want to generate for all the value that you add. What is the value add? Write down that revenue, and then you want to double that, right? And of course, I had to throw in my big fish picture in there somewhere, so I thought I'd put it there. All right, let's keep moving on. So how are you going to find and connect with these people? How are you going to contact them? Are you going to do video calls? You do webinars? I mean, in this current environment, we're going to talk about what to do. But what I want you to think about is going around and offering gold bricks to people. Give it to them. Give them tremendous value. And when they see tremendous value, they're going to start to be engaged. I mean, people on this call, if you're married, I got a question for you. How often do you sit down with your wife and get clarity around all of your goals and put that on paper? And I'm sure a couple of you are laughing right now. Have you met my spouse? Do you know who this, right? You're in the business, and helping people get clarity on their goals is critical to their success. Helping them get organized, right? Are you organized in all 7 areas? helping you understand what you're paying, making sure that you've got a higher probability of success. What's the current probability of success? 60, 70, 80%. I'm just curious where you currently stand. Don't know? Would you like to know? And would you like to get together? And I could show you a higher probability of success. I think that'd be valuable regardless if we work together or not. Would you not agree? And so this is the language that we want to share with people. This is the language that we want to make offers to people that are emotionally engaging and valuable. That's what we want to focus on. I mean, most advisors, when I ask them, are you helping people get organized? I mean, how do you ask for all the information? The old school advisors or the old days, they do fact finders. This is painful. Nobody enjoys it. Why do we still do it today in 2020? It baffles my mind. Fact finders are a waste of time. Do it what the elite advisors are doing. So if you wanted a prospect or even a client to get all the information, I ask advisors, how do you ask? And they say, well, bring in all your information so I could do a plan and we could look at this and I could help you. It's not about you, it's about them. So what are the benefits of bringing in all the documents? Well, guess what? We're going to help you get organized. We'll find if there's anything missing. We'll summarize everything on one page for you. We'll show you what you're currently paying and getting. We'll do a beneficiary audit, make sure those are all correct. We'll review your current plans and show you how to get a higher probability of success in reaching your goals. A higher probability of success, would that be valuable to you? Yeah, great. Gather up all the information. I'll send you a list of all the information. Gather up whatever you can. Have it prepared for our meeting online. We'll help you get organized. So eventually you're going to have an organizer with 7 areas: tax, estate, investment, risk, insurance, debt, and cash flow, so that we can help you in all areas of your financial life. Would that be valuable to you? Yes, absolutely. Great. Now let's talk about your goals. What I want you to think about today is your goals and your future. Would it be valuable if we helped you get clarity around your future on paper? So here's your bucket list. How do you get goals from clients? Well, here's a simple exercise. Hey, Deepak, I'd love to have a conversation with you, help you get clarity around your future goals. So let's have some fun. Just tick off the goals that are important to you, and we could do it online on the screen. Lifestyle is important to you, travel, whenever we get to travel again, sometime in the future, et cetera, et cetera. And people are going to write down and tick off all their goals. This is their bucket list. And the typical advisor gets 1 or 2 goals. You'll get 6 on average by using this process. It's a very simple little process to help people get clarity around their goals. Now, when you get people's clarity around their goals, where do you go from here? Okay, this is great. Now we've got a whole bunch of your goals mapped out. Let's help you get a deeper sense of clarity. So tell me a bit about one of your goals. Well, I want to upgrade my home. Excellent. So let's give this goal a really good name. So what would you name it? Well, I'd call it, the dream home. Awesome. That sounds exciting. And when would you like to accomplish this goal by? Well, by 2023. And when in 2023? The summer. So let's say July 2023. And how much would you need for that? Well, we need whatever the dollar figure is. We need an extra $300,000 per se, or 300,000 rupees, whatever the number is. Now imagine you got this new dream home and you got this beautiful kitchen. You got nice countertops. You got this great hardwood floors. You got this beautiful new place. Describe to me in 2 words how you're feeling you've got this goal accomplished. Wow, excited, and I could see it. I could just imagine this new place. It's going to be really exciting. And why is that important to you? Well, I want to make sure that I do this for my family. Fantastic. And what's the priority on this goal in your top 5? Oh, this is number 1. I want to accomplish this. Excellent. Let's talk about another goal on your bucket list. And you go through 6 keys to goal setting. What's the name of the goal? They'll name it. They'll never forget the names. Exact date, exact amount, 2 words, how you're feeling. the emotional connection to it, the visualization of that goal. And now you've got people engaged. And so this is the emotionally compelling conversations you need to have with people, because when they come back to you and saying, where are we at? How are we doing? Here's your goals progress update meeting. Here's a probability of success of reaching your goals. And here's the implementation schedule, which is a list of all the things you need to do to reach your goals. It's all about goals and goals planning. So that's what the last speaker talked about goals. This is actually digging deeper, getting people to visualize that. And that's what we want to help you do by making emotionally compelling offers. So let's talk a bit about what you currently do in the current environment. Let's talk a bit about, how are you going to get these prospects in this current environment? Well, the one thing I want you to think about is video calls. And if you're not doing video calls, we definitely want to offer every single client and prospect video calls. And so here's a couple tips. I'm sure you've gone through these courses before, but some video call tips. Obviously, you want to have good lighting. You want to have light in your face so that people can see your eyes. Eyes build trust. So you want to have a good camera, good background, good sound. I use noise canceling headphones so that I have a good sound quality. You want to have a good camera angle. So, I try to grab the best camera angle today. You want to have a good clean background, right? You want to have the camera angle. You want to use a professional service, of course. We'll talk a bit about that. And then you want to test your Wi-Fi or your data speed, right? If you can, use dual monitors and put together, this is a key thing, a presentation, just like I'm doing in presentation mode of PowerPoint. It's easy to build PowerPoints and do a presentation mode to engage people and have conversations. And don't do the big mistake that most advisors do. I get it when you're trying to engage a prospect and you just want a quick meeting with one prospect. But if they're married, you have to have both spouses at the meeting. You have to have both spouses at the meeting because you're helping people get clarity on their future. Both spouses need to be there. And all of their documents. Have them gather their documents because you could do share screen and you could see documents. You could look at different things. Okay. So let's talk about what you do in this current environment to engage and acquire more high net worth clients. What are you doing currently? If you're not doing webinars, you might as well shut down your business. If you're not doing webinars, you might as well shut down your business because webinars are the current reality. Webinars are how you're going to connect with clients and prospects. And it is a future ready way to run your business. I'm going to talk about how you can do webinars with your network of professionals, your centers of influence. These are accountants and lawyers, and I'm going to show you what those look like. We're going to talk about helping you get introductions to more high net worth people. Referrals are fantastic if you can get them, but they're tougher to come by. Favorable introductions are easier. And the number one reason why people don't refer you, the number one reason why they don't refer you, they don't know how. They don't know how to refer you. Hey, if you've got someone who's interested in my services, would it be okay if I sent you an email that you could forward to introduce me? Sure, that'd be great. And if you want to carbon copy me on that email, I'd really appreciate that. And then I can connect with them and you could forward their contact information over to me with their permission. Sound fair? Simple, simple, simple. Teach your prospects how to refer. They don't know how to refer it. So what I teach advisors is it's a mix of different marketing mediums that is going to bring in people on a weekly basis. It might be articles. Social media is working in this current environment. I never thought social media would work as well. Talk a bit about that. Favorable introductions from clients, working with your network of professionals. Obviously, your phone. Hey, by the way, I got this cool little exercise. If you got your phone, and if you go to your contacts, if you grab your cell phone right now, grab your cell phone, go to your contacts. You go to your contact screen, you kind of scroll your contacts, And on the right-hand side, you see the letters Z. And go to the letter Z. Do this while we're on this call. And on the bottom, it tells you the number of contacts you have on your phone. Everyone says, geez, who should I invite to the webinar? I'd start there. Typical advisor has 300 to 500 contacts on their cell phone. It's a great place to start. So let's talk a bit about webinars, what they are and why they would help you. A webinar is an excuse for activity. A webinar is an excuse to get a phone call out, an email out, a message out, social media, content, whatever. A webinar is an excuse for activity. A webinar isn't about, geez, I had so many attendees at my webinar. A webinar never looks empty. When you book a meeting room in the past, geez, you got to spend all this money and hopefully people show up. A webinar never looks empty. A webinar is an excuse to call clients, to call prospects. Hey, I'd love to invite you. And if you can forward this to a friend, it's an excuse for activity. So here's what I want you to think about doing after this call today, after this webinar today that I'm doing for you. Book 3 dates. The first date, if you haven't done a webinar, book the first date, which is a practice webinar. Do a practice webinar, just like I said, record it and practice so that you're comfortable. The software, the process, what that looks like. And then you're saying, I'm ready to go. So then book a webinar and put 2 dates in. Join us this week or the week after. Always put 2 dates in. Most people just build this webinar around 1 date. No, 2 dates, okay? Think of all the people you can invite. Think of the content maybe you can do, again, with your compliance department, make sure it's all approved properly. You can do social media stuff. You can get a message out to tons of people. Put your valuable offers in that content. Put your presentation together or have other speakers. I mean, you've had a speaker earlier on, you know, these kind of firms can help you with this kind of stuff. They've got the presentation and script. You just have to invite people. It's a chance to connect. And the most important thing is the follow-up process. Hey, I'd love to follow up with you after, get your feedback. And now you're connecting with people. So a webinar is an excuse for activity, right? You can ask your clients, hey, can I ask you a favor? I'm doing a webinar next week. I love it if you can join. Could you forward it to one person? Just one. Yeah, sure, I could do that for you. And one by one, now you've doubled the amount of attendees with your best clients. A couple webinar tips. You want to have an offer, right? I offer an ebook. Hey, if you want to join my webinar, have an ebook, right? Have a picture of the offer. Have go forward offers, a workbook, a guide, a checklist, something valuable. Who can you do a webinar with? Well, your network of professionals. If you don't have a network, find them through your best clients. You ask them, I'm just curious, are you happy with your lawyer? No. Your legal professional. Well, who are you currently working with, right? Yes or no. Are you happy with your tax advisor? You happy with your real estate? Happy with your general insurance, mortgage or lending or debt, right? Build your network of professionals and then ask them, hey, I'm doing a webinar. Would you mind sending it out to your top 25 business owners? Sure, I could do that. Join the webinar, do a little presentation on some legal and estate stuff, and ask to invite your top 25 clients because the accountant I asked is doing it with her top 25 clients. And then the realtor, their top 25. And so now you cross-pollinate databases. They're sending it out to their top people to join a webinar, okay? And so there's all kinds of creative ways where you can meet new people and be introduced through other people. So here's a couple little tips you need to have. Obviously, you need to have software. This is 2020. Yes, this is inexpensive stuff, okay? You need to have an online calendar such as TimeTrade, Calendly, Microsoft Bookings, or similar. There's all kinds of great online calendars. So people can just click on your calendar and make a video appointment with you, right? You want to do video calls with a really good service. So Teams, Zoom, GoToMeeting. Don't use old school technology. Somebody asked me the other day, how about Skype? I said, well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just old technology. I mean, are you still using a BlackBerry? There's nothing wrong with BlackBerry. It's just old technology. Use the new current technology. Webinars. webinar software is critically important. And we're going to talk a bit about this in the workshop. It's really, really important. Setting up webinar, Zoom webinar, GoToWebinar, Webinar Jam are similar, but using the current technology, and then software that can help you curate those lists to get those responses out. Okay, so again, a webinar is an excuse for activity. The key is you book the date. Now you got to get the activity going. It forces you to get the activity going. So that's what I want you to think about, doing the activity. Okay. How do you find more of your best clients? Well, let me tell you a quick little story. I go to my client, Nick, and I say, Nick, I'd love to meet more retired pilots like you. I'd like to meet more retired pilots like you. This is a marketing question. It's not a referral question. It's a favorable introduction question. Nick, if I were to meet a group of retired pilots like you, where would I go to meet them in this current environment? How would I find them? How would I connect with them? He says, oh, there's a group of us and we do a Zoom call once a month. Why don't you just join the Zoom call and maybe you can talk to a few of us and tell us just a few things of what's going on. So, well, that'd be fantastic, right? And you're going to get these type of answers when you talk to people, but how would I find a group of people like you? How would I connect with them, right? One advisor works with surgeons and he says, Grant, how am I going to find more surgeons? And I said, well, that's a great question. We have to ask your surgeon. So he asked the surgeon, where would I find a group of surgeons? More surgeons like you. I'd like to work with you, but they're super busy. He says, oh, we're doing a study club. Why don't you join the study club? I'll introduce you to a few of them. Wow, that'd be fantastic. You're going to get this kind of stuff because you're asking a marketing question. How would I find a group of people like you, right? I don't know how to find a group of dentists in Delhi, but I know if I asked a number of dentists in Delhi of how to find more dentists in Delhi, I would get those marketing keys. Sometimes you'll get crickets or nothing, but sometimes you'll get some great answers. It's a simple question. If I were to meet a group of people like you, how would I connect? How would I meet with them? You'd be blown away by the answers. You won't get it from a book. You won't get it from a course. Ask this one question. You'll be blown away. All right, how are we doing for time? We got a few more minutes here.
We can carry on. We have a few more minutes.
Okay, excellent. So how are you going to grow your business? Well, putting some content out there. And every time you put content, whether it be an article or anything in social media, whatever it is, have a call to action. So when I put my blog out, you can join my blog or see me on LinkedIn. When I put the blog out, at the end of the blog, it's click my calendar if you want to talk. It's click this to join a webinar. It's click this to get the guide. There's always 3 calls to action on every single message or medium that goes out there. And so it just allows people to click. It might be click and check this video out. It's engaging people with offers. We talked about doing webinars and doing webinars with your centers of influence. So build out your network of centers of influence through your existing clients. Find out who their accountants, lawyers, realtors, find out who their team is. That's a process we're going to talk a bit about in the workshop of how to do that. Educate your current community. If you are seen as an educator, the top advisor I work with, one of them comes to mind. He generates $9 million a year for his team, and his focus is on education and educating the community. Being an educator in the community, financial education, can position you dramatically different from everybody else. What are your digital engagement tools? There's all kinds of digital engagement tools. Aafm could help you. All the firms that you work with, they've all got some digital engagement tools. Make sure they're emotionally compelling offers, not logic. Okay? So I want you to think about this. I want you to write this down. Who could I do a joint webinar with to acquire more people? Who could I do a webinar with to acquire more people? Write a couple names down. What are my offers going to be on that webinar? And when am I going to implement this? Once you book that date, trust me, activity will happen. So as a practice management guru, I want to help you a little bit with some key practice management strategies. So we know that 43% of advisors don't have a value promise. What is a value promise or a value proposition, right? It's an actual PowerPoint that talks about all the value you deliver in writing. It's a process. It's a process. How many people have an ideal service process for their best clients? Well, 73% don't have an ideal service process. It's ad hoc, and there's no current written process. 75% of advisors don't have a definition of an ideal client. We know you have one now. They're financial delegators that are going to generate the X amount of revenue for you per year. Now, you can dig deeper, saying, I deal with this group of people, these type of people, that's fine. But if you want to really grow your business, do feedback. Just like the feedback questions that I shared with you, if I were to meet a group of people, how would I go and find them? This is a feedback question, okay? Put feedback on every meeting that you have with every single client. Just a question. If I were to meet more people like you, how would I find them? How would I connect with them? How would I meet with them? Any ideas? And you keep asking that question over and over, you're going to get more ideas than I could share in a webinar. Trust me, you'd be blown away. I could spend a webinar just on that question alone, okay? So ask these questions, because we know that advisors that do have unique value promise in writing and have that process earn 246% more than advisors that don't. I don't need a value promise. I've heard all this stuff before. Having a value promise, okay? Having a written service process earns 146% more than advisors that don't. Having that ideal client compounds your growth annually by 17%. And then we know that people do feedback earn 52% more. So these are some numbers and statistics to really encourage you to think about processes that you need and what the elite advisors are doing the process. All right, so what did we learn today? We talked about the ideal clients of the future. These are financial delegators so that you can build your ideal practice and your ideal life. They have the revenue to generate for you. They're easy to work with. They're emotionally engaged. They give you all the information and they introduce you to other people. Not all your clients do this. I get that, but your best ones do. Let's focus on building a business of those people. Offering these best prospects emotionally engaging offers. I gave you 6 gold bricks. You don't need to use them all. Use 1, 2, maybe even 3, and you're going to start to engage people. Then utilizing technology in this current environment. You have to do video calls. You have to have them set up properly. You have to have your PowerPoint, your presentation, your process completely aligned, practiced, and mastered. And then you can do the webinars to really grow your business. We talked about your 6 gold bricks. We talked about making emotionally compelling offers. So I want you to write this down. What's the action steps that you have to do from today's meeting? Write that down. So this is a chance to work on these ideas. These 1 steps that you wrote down can change your business. This 1 idea can double your revenue in a year. This 1 idea can double your business. So we've got some tools we're going to talk a bit about in the workshop. What does the workshop look like? Aafm, we're going to talk a bit more about this, but it's really is helping you acquire more ideal clients. I mean, how many people could use help on the process to acquire more ideal clients? Putting together that list of ideal people, we call it the first things first list. Defining who you clearly want to go after, what the revenue looks like, what that looks like, and the value add that you're going to deliver. Then how you're going to find and connect and meet with them. And then what types of events or activities are you going to do? What are your offers going to be? And what are the conversations you're going to have to engage them? What are the conversations you're going to have to engage them? What are your offers? What are your conversations? Your conversations would be how you're going to meet and engage. What's the phone call look like? Having that clear script, that process, having the follow-up, getting all the documents, having those key offers, delivering value, bridging the next meeting, and engaging ideal prospects. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to turn it back over to you guys and see if there's any questions. Thank you very much. Hopefully you've written down some ideas to help you prepare your practice for the future.
Thank you very much, Grant. I think it was a great session, and the kind of ideas you could throw us.
Yes, your voice is not coming.
Is it audible now?
Perfect.
Yeah. So I'm saying thank you, Grant, very much with this beautiful and wonderful, knowledgeable session. And I think the way you have put it and the way you have the information you have given, that how globally things are happening and what the successful financial advisors are doing, and with these ideas of 6 gold bricks and one idea which can actually change your business, and other key conversations one can really have and do. I think those are brilliant things. And going forward, before you came, we have mentioned that what kind of pehla kadam, in Hindi when we say pehla kadam, I will just translate for you in English is the first step we want to take, how we want to become the successful financial advisors. So that we have just announced with the members of the finance club, wherein we have told them that how your further sessions can really help them to build their businesses, and what kind of knowledge and experience you bring in on the table. Thank you so very much, Grant, for your this wonderful session. Dimple, over to you. Maybe we can have 2 3 questions right now, and then we can close the session.
Sure. So we would take up 3 questions from the participants. You may please write your question in the chat box.
So one of the common questions I get asked all the time, just while you're thinking about asking the questions, is, so how are people getting engaged in this current environment? Like, are people more open to having a conversation about their finances, their investments, or less open in this current environment? And how do I gauge them? Believe it or not, I mean, we're all, frustrated that we can't go out and meet people. Everyone is. However, when you start to do these group Zoom meetings and you start to connect with people, you're getting engaged again. And engagement is the human element. And so when you do those video calls, the most interesting thing that I ask advisors is, are those video calls being very productive? And they say yes, because people are getting more done in a video call, and you could do a lot of the processes in a very quick and efficient manner. You got to remember, people have a keyboard in front of them. So the video calls, they'll never replace the person to person. But getting used to them, I'll tell you a couple of quick little stories. One of the advisors I work with, one of the top producers who earns well over million, 1.5 million US dollars, has been virtual, and I've trained them to be virtual for the last 3 years. They haven't seen anybody for the last 3 years. Another advisory firm that I work with, a group, they deal with professionals across Canada, and 90% of them they'll never meet in person. 90%. So it's possible to build a business this way. Now, I'm not saying build a business this way, but in the future, you're going to have some element of video that will carry on and some element of face-to-face. Will it be 50-50, 70-30? We don't know. Time will tell, but you don't have to be back face-to-face. You could still run your business this way. And that's the really amazing thing that you could grow and run a business in the financial services business this way. It's an amazing opportunity. Sorry, I'll go to the questions now.
Yeah.
Sir, somebody is asking, what do you think can be the most common reason for people to postpone the meetings, even if they have tried their best to convince them? If you can just give a tip on this.
So a financial delegator, when you ask them the questions, would it be valuable to get clarity around your future and put that on paper? Would that be valuable? Yeah, that'd be great. Excellent. And it would be valuable if we can also help you get organized in all 7 areas of your financial life. And we will show you the current probability of success of reaching your current goals. Would those be valuable conversations? Yes, excellent. So why would a financial delegator postpone the meeting? Financial delegators won't postpone the meeting because they find it valuable. But the non-financial delegator will find every excuse in the book not to make the meeting. This is your first clue to filter out non-financial delegators. Oh, I can't make it. I can't get the information. I mean, imagine if your tax professional said, get me all the information so that I could help you with tax planning. And you showed up or you had a meeting and you didn't have the tax information. What do? They reschedule the meeting. You're the professional. This is your process. This is how you operate. So I'm taking you from a sales process to a professional process. And this is your filter mechanism. The people that can't meet with you and have these offers, if I offered all of this to you and you postpone the meeting, what does that tell me? You're not ideal. I can't make you ideal. You just filtered yourself out, and guess what? You saved me a whole pile of time. Move on and find financial delegators. That's what I would say to that question. Move on and find financial delegators, because if they keep putting you off.
I think that answers the question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, somebody's also asking the processes best planners are using globally. If you can just summarize it for the participants.
The processes that the best planners are using is a process that looks like this. They are helping people get clarity around all their values. We didn't talk deeply enough today about values, but you help people get values, what's truly and deeply important to them, and they're things that are close to their heart. They have a process to help people get values on paper and all their goals on paper. Then they have a process to help people in all 7 areas of their financial life. They don't do tax, they don't do estate, they don't do real estate, they don't do lending, but they coordinate those. So they're helping people in all 7 areas. Then they're helping people understand all the value that they deliver through their value promise. That's what a fee audit is about. A fee audit isn't about what you pay, it's about all the value you get. So if I'm going to deliver all of this at the same cost of you're currently paying, are you in? I'm going to deliver all of this. I'm going to help you get clarity around your values and goals, get you organized in all 7 areas, do a beneficiary audit, get your complete estate in order, stress test your portfolio, and show you the probability of success and how to make it higher, and then coordinate all the professionals at the same cost. Would that be something of value to you? And so the cost is the same, but the value is dramatically different. And so this is what the best advisors are using, a process to help people. And the most important one that I'll just share quickly is what we call a mini family office. You see, a family office, the concept is this. They are coordinators of all the professionals. They coordinate the tax person. They coordinate the legal and estate person. They coordinate the lending. They coordinate these people so that they all understand. And it's the coordination piece that the financial delegators love, because they value time more than money. And they're like, wow, take care of it. You're taking care of all of it. This is extremely valuable. Great question.
Thank you so much for this answer, sir. Would just like to have the last question. Rather than the question, I would say a lot of people want to do webinars, but they do not do because of the fear that they are not able to conduct the same, or they may not get the prospect. Can you just give some tips to the advisors to overcome this fear?
Sure. So my first webinar that I did, I had one person on the webinar and I made 7 appointments. I had one person at the webinar and I made 7 appointments. I think I'd call that pretty good success for my first webinar. You see, it doesn't matter how many people attend the webinar. It's how many appointments you get out of it. Hey, I'd love it if you could join our webinar. Oh, you know what? I'm super busy. But that's okay. I'd love to follow up after the webinar and have a conversation with you. Can we set up that appointment? I was really good at getting appointments, and they didn't even show up to the webinar. And so it's an excuse for activity. So it gets you out in front of people. Hey, I'd love it if you can join our webinar and if you could share it with people. It gets that activity going. The critical thing that I could teach you about webinars very quickly is it's the landing pages that are the most important. In the landing page, when you set up a Zoom webinar, for example, you went on to a landing page, which is a link to sign up for a webinar. You want to get that link to everybody you know. You want to get it to prospects. You want to get it to clients, right? You do a webinar and you could call 50 clients and have a conversation, or you could do one webinar in 30 minutes or an hour with 50 people. It's your time, right? It's a very efficient use of your time. So start with clients and have a webinar with your clients and update them on what's going on. Talk to them about, their investments and portfolio and give them an update. Give them a go forward plan for their future. And then ask them, hey, did you like that? Yeah. Could you forward this next one to a group of people? Yeah, you know what? That was great. I just think I should send it to this person, this person. So that link gets forwarded and sent to people. That link is in your subject line. That link is in social media. That link, that landing page link is what is going to drive your activity. Now you've got a link to send to everybody on planet Earth. Go for it. Okay.
I think, sir, that's so motivational. The first webinar and one client that you just mentioned. Thank you so much. Although people are writing a lot of questions in the chat box, but keeping the time constraint in mind, we would like to end the Q&A round here. And I would just like to thank you so much for being esteemed speaker today, coming on this platform at a little odd time. I would really thank you from the entire team of AFM India to be such an to present this to our participants. I'm sure this would have helped participants to understand a lot about the business practices. So thank you so much from the entire team.
Thank you very much for having me. And, I'll turn back over to you. We're just talk a bit about the workshop coming up. We're going to help you acquire more ideal clients. And just thought I'd leave it from there. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Mr. Vyas?
Mr. Grant. Thank you so very much, Mr. Grant. We'll take with that workshop you are talking now. We'll discuss on that with the members and we'll form then how we want to take this forward. Thank you so very much, Mr. Grant. Thank you so very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So participants and the members, I would once again like to thank you for being part of this session. We have a certain offerings for today. Dimple, can you just quickly tell them?
Yeah, so today the offering for the members is we ran this exercise earlier also, but because we are getting a lot of requests from the participants, we are getting private messages also. So today we are giving you an opportunity to become our member, premium member or MyBiz member with a 10% discount again. And we have kept a very nominal entry amount, as you all know, which is going to increase further. But today, please make use of this and appreciate our efforts of bringing in the best of these speakers to the platform of AFM Finance Club. We are just sharing the link in the chat box regarding the membership. I'm sure many of you already are a member. And the people who have not yet signed up for a membership, request you all to please sign up as a member, appreciate our efforts, and spread this to the maximum of your community, and help us grow so that we can serve you better. So the discount is available till 9 o'clock today, and you make use of it. It is a very nominal amount that we have kept, and we are trying to bring in a lot of sessions. As initially in the start of the session, Mr. Vyas also, explained about all the features of the club membership. So it is like bringing in around 24 sessions from my MyBiz members, your tech cafe, your website, your payment gateway. We are trying to get a lot of features in the membership. And we are more than happy to take up the questions by our participants. Before that, I would again like to thank all the participants for being such patient listeners, and coming. A lot of people are repeatedly coming on our platform, and encouraging as well, and making our efforts successful. So once again, thank you to all the participants. Yeah, so please, Web, can you just share your screen by playing the membership feature? Yeah, so Mr. Vivek, we are keeping in mind the classes, and we would try our best. It should not, collide with your existing class. Yeah, Mr. Kishore, if you do not have questions, already existing members can log out, please. So these are the benefits that you can see on the screen. Yeah, so we are sharing link in the chat box. Harsh, can you please share the link in the chat box? Yeah, and today you can upgrade also. So premium people who are already my basic members or premium members, they want to upgrade to the next category, they can just pay the balance and upgrade.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the program. I was just talking when Mr. Grant was talking. So this is the Pehla Kadam we are taking, and I think a lot of questions which are coming during the session of Mr. Grant regarding the processes, what all the people in the Canada or across the globe practices being followed, and etc. etc. So I think all those questions can be well answered in this program, which we intend to offer uh, to our members. So this is the program of the global best practice and how to apply it to your practice plug and play model. So I'm just repeating what is going to there be in this session on this. How you develop your ideal client acquisition process, how to build a fee ready practices. So when I say fee ready practices, is then how you can actually convince your client on actually giving a fee, not only on the fee, but also on promising on that what advisory services you are giving on the while mutual fund investments. Then how to improve your client communication. As I said, there will be these kinds of takeaways like client meeting scripts, client messaging scripts, client emailing scripts. All these kinds of scripts will be available as a deliverable which will help us to improvise the client communication, and also how to create and execute the business strategy when how we are talking to the clients, how we are meeting them the clients. Like he said, if he's a married couple, then we should look for a joint meeting rather than looking for a single meeting. Then how to create a capacity and the capability. Capacity is how many clients actually you can deal with, and capability is more on the what's your quality and the processes which you can take. So these are all the programs which we intend to offer. So we will share the further details to all the members in the next through email and other resources. Yeah. So whatever you see on the screen, Mr. Hanumant, is a part of Premium MyBase offer. In addition to the premium, you get website and payment gateway also in the Premium MyBase membership, and also including the Journal of Finance Professional, which is a quarterly journal. Anybody who has a question, just raise your hands and we can unmute you so that we can coordinate and communicate better with you guys. which category of membership IFAs join? If I may ask, which category of membership are IFAs joined through Aditya Birla? So yeah, so we did a session for the CFGP and AFGP guys through Aditya Birla. Those all are basic members, and that membership for the basic member through Aditya Birla has been offered at free, which is obviously at 590 rupees. But through our tie-up with Aditya Birla, that we are offered for free as a CFGP and AFGP certificate. To get that, you need to register at our website and renew automatically. Your CFGP and AFGP certification will get renewed. Mr. Upendra, just a second.
Yeah, this is 1 year membership cost.
Yes,
Hello?
Mr. Upendra, you can ask your question.
Yeah, see, regarding the website and domain gateway you were telling. So I
Right.
have my own website. I have two websites, but one website I have developed myself. I'm learning. I have taken this Bluehost platform also, and I
Right.
have purchased a domain. So I need your help in designing that site as well as also like to take this payment gateway to my website. So
Right. So
would you have that one?
yeah, so what we are doing is we are helping to build a fresh site on a shared domain. Since you have your own domain and hosting, you can build the site which will help you to on your own shared domain and hosting, and in that we will help you to integrate with the payment gateway as well, because we don't know how that existing website which you have created, what status is all about, but we will help you to create a new website.
Okay, but because domain already I have purchased and I have my Bluehost also, so you can help me designing that one now because already it's in the final stage. According to my knowledge, I have developed it, but it's so is there.
So what
You
we
can
do is we basically do it from the scratch, but since we have a tie-up with our digital partner ISOs, what we can do is we can connect with them, and if they find that website is done well and what you have created is fine to run, then I
yeah.
think they can take it forward. That would be a subjective call, will be taken by them actually.
Okay, so whom to contact and when to contact them? Because
You
already
you
yesterday I have taken it for this one 3186. I have taken already.
Okay, no problem. So give us a time. We will touch with you, and we will also send you us what is the sample website, what is the digital marketing tool we are going to use. Everything we are going to talk about. Give us a 1 week's time, and in 1 week's time, we'll also get your login ID and password. Everything will happen. Just give us a 1 week's time from now.
You will make a note of my number, or shall I give a call back?
Yes. Dimple, can you just note down Mr. Upendra Joshi name? I think that should be sufficient for us.
Sure, I will note that. And Mr. Savio, you have mentioned, yeah, we will
Thank
contact
you,
you.
Mr. Upendra.
Yeah, so you can, if you want, I can give my mobile number also here. So
We
you
have your
can just
details. I think we will have your details, right?
Sir, you
yeah.
can
So
still
I'm
put it.
giving
I
my
was
number.
yeah, I've got
Just
number now.
put in
I've
the
got the
chat. Just
number.
put in the chat. We will note it down.
You got the
Yeah.
number. Got the number.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, what's the question, Dimple?
Somebody wants to know about real estate program. Mr. Saurabh, please put your number in the chat box. I'll arrange a call for you.
Can we get detailed information on email? Yes, Madhura, Madhura, uh, Mr. Madhura or Miss Madhura, I don't know. I'm
Miss
sorry.
Madhura, Mr. Upender had mentioned 9 digit. Please resend the number, Mr. Upender. Yeah, Miss Madhura.
Mr. Rahul, if you have any questions, we can answer it right now. If there are maybe 1 or 2 questions, we can unmute you.
Yeah, Mr. Dharmender, it is for annual membership.
Yeah, Mr. Rahul, you can ask.
Just unmute your mic.
Participants can unmute. We have given the facility now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Who's this?
Yeah, I have registered through ABSL last week for the club membership. So if I want to upgrade to premium, how much should I pay, and how do I get my CFGP renewed?
Right. So you have already registered with the basic membership. So your CFGP certificate will automatically get renewed. You will get your digital certificate in after I think 18th of July, since we are doing this session across. So after the 18th of July, you will get your CFGP certificate renewed, since you have already
போனது ஒரு
registered.
கேட் இருக்கும் அந்த இங்க இருந்து இப்படி போகும்போது ஒரு கேட் இருக்கும் ப்ளூ கலர் கேட்
And for this premium membership, you need to pay 2124.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that will include GST. I think the link has already been shared on the chat. You want us to share it again?
Website is also part of that 2124 once I join the premium membership.
For website it is 3186. For website is premium MyBiz. That's the last level, the premium MyBiz we have.
How much is the fee for that?
3186. Today actually we are offering that for 10% discount. And actually, frankly, today is the last day for all the participants. Just to mention, since this was a launch day, we thought, and many of the people were asking to extend this offer. So we have extended this offer. Actually, it was last night. So we extended this offer for tonight also. But tomorrow,
and also last chance to upgrade as well.
Yeah, tomorrow onwards there is no upgrade, and there is no same pricing. Tomorrow the pricing are gonna be 2499 for premium and 3499 for this one, the premium MyBiz, and plus GST. What we are telling 3186 is inclusive of GST.
Okay, and is there any website that I can go and renew it? Which is the website that I should go?
We have just sent the payment link. You can just do the payment link there, or I will just share you with the website link also. Just give me a second.
Hello.
Mr. Pankaj, if you want to upgrade, yeah. Who's speaking?
Hello.
GST is how much? GST is how much percent?
18%.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Who is speaking?
On a website, if you go, there is no discount. Right now, you need to pay through this link only.
ललित कुमार गर्ग बोल रहा हूँ. ललित कुमार गर्ग बोल रहा हूँ.
Who are speaking? I think actually the same time actually.
ललित कुमार गर्ग.
Yes, Mr. Lalit.
मैम एक्चुअली ना मैंने अपना 2350 पेमेंट करके मैंने अपना प्रीमियम के लिए मैंने सब्सक्राइब किया था, लेकिन अभी प्रीमियम MyBiz के लिए मुझे अपना एक्सटेंड करना है, तो उसके लिए मेरे को लिंक बैलेंस पेमेंट करना होगा ना?
बैलेंस मिस्टर पंकज का भी एक क्वेश्चन है मिस्टर ललित, जो लिंक आपको चैट में दिया गया है, आप वहां पर जाके बैलेंस अमाउंट पे कर सकते हैं.
तो मुझे कितना बैलेंस टोटल कितना पेमेंट करना होगा? 3160 माइनस
आपने कितना पे किया लास्ट टाइम?
23 समथिंग था, 2350 था आई थिंक शायद.
ओके, just a second, we are telling.
₹25
No sale price with the GST.
Just a second.
Hello.
3186 minus.
Hello.
Okay, you need to.
Hello.
700 plus GST. 700.
I think
826, right? You need to pay 826.
So link please.
On the same link, you just pay 826.
Hello.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Vyas, I am Tarun speaking. I had about a month and a half ago, I had registered for my premium membership.
Right, sir.
And now would like to get it upgraded to premium base.
Okay.
But if you can kindly tell me the difference I have to pay now.
I think you would have paid 2000 plus GST at that point of time.
2500 plus GST.
No, it was 2000 plus GST you would have paid that point of time.
I don't exactly remember. I have not been able to trace it. If you have the records, you can, tell me the difference.
Because we have not offered any discount earlier. It is just that right now we are offering. So it would have 1.5 months before when we started, it was 2000 only. So you can pay 826 rupees. 826 as a difference.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you, Mr.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. Who's this?
So my name is Krishna Kedia.
Yes, Mr. Krishna.
So I am a financial trainer.
Right.
In all the in CFM and ISM, CFE and CWM, I am training in Kolkata.
Okay, very nice.
Can you help me in making my model?
I mean, what's your question? I didn't got it. Model means what?
No, sir. The side means what?
Website.
Website, yes.
Yes. So you, what membership you have taken?
Premium Beach.
Premium base, na? So that's okay. So give us a one week of time. We will help you to build your website.
Website
and
only.
One more person.
Nothing
Because
else.
I'm taking Premium Beach, can I get any scholarship also, sir? For any additional course if I want to do?
Yes, there are discounts. There are discounts if you go with, like, if you want to do CWM or other courses. There are
I completed CWM already. I just want to pursue CTEP. So is there any additional discount I will get or any other benefit?
Yeah, you will get 15% discount on 29,000 rupees, and you can register. The Dimple, just note it down, and I think you can connect with him later after this call.
Hello, Mr. Vyas. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Vasant.
Hanji. Yeah, I got a call from Mr. Saurabh, and he was saying about the website will be available at 3,000 rupees. I didn't get it. What exactly it is? What will be the features of the website that will be available?
So when you say website, basically, if you're looking for a own website development or a payment gateway and digital marketing toolkits, that is available in Premium MyBiz as a membership.
But how at 3,000 rupees? How it is? I mean, what were the features that will be available on the website?
So we asked just a minute. One thing we clarify: it is only financial advisory website. It's not for other things. The website is made only for financial advisory business.
I am a financial advisor. I am a CFP. I am pursuing my program in CWM.
So Vasant, which membership do you currently hold?
I have paid that 2350.
So you need to pay that 826 extra. Move on to Premium MyBiz. You'll get the website.
I had also spoken. I had already also said to Mr. Saurabh, my website content has been prepared, and I have already given one contract for creating my website to one party.
Hello.
Just wait, sir. Yeah, please complete, sir.
I have already given one assignment to for construction of my website to another party. So,
yeah. So we will help you to build from the scratch. Whatever content you have done there, now you can upload that content in this new website and you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah, because we will not be able to touch any third-party websites.
Hello, Mr. Vyas.
Yeah, please.
I wanted to know for what would be the fees for people who have enrolled for your CWM course?
What would be the fees for enrolling CWM course?
No, I have already enrolled. I wanted to know how much I will have to pay for this your website Premium Biz.
So if you want to become a Premium MyBiz member, you will have to pay today. If you do it, you will pay 3186.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Vyas.
Yes.
Sir, is there any special membership for any Pachala members, or it is the same 3186 which we have to pay for Premium Biz account?
Can you be a little louder, please?
He's asking. He's already.
Yeah, so Pathshala member are getting a basic membership automatically. If you're a Pathshala member, you're eligible to be a basic member of Aafm Finance Club. If you want to upgrade yourself into a premium or premium base, you need to pay that the cost for whatever it is, whichever membership you select.
Sir, so should I pay the difference only then?
Sorry.
Should I pay the difference now? Since I am a Pachala member and I want to upgrade to the premium base, so what difference exactly I pay now?
2186 and 3186.
2124 for premium and 3186 for premium MyBase. There is no difference as such. What we say is you get the benefit free. But if you get into a premium or MyBase, there is no deductions of that 500 rupees we do.
No, Indian.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So if you want to become a premium IBIS member, you have to pay 3186. If you want to become a premium member, you have to pay 2124. But that is till tonight only.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Vyasji.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, Vyasji, Rahul Rewadi this side.
Hanji Rahulji.
Sir, in terms of this journal, what journal will you be providing in the gold membership, the highest membership?
Yeah, so this is a journal of finance professionals, and this would be a quarterly journal we will be giving it. And we will be not only talking about the one industry, we will be focusing on the holistic approach, bringing the accounting, insurance, mutual fund industry, and financial research analysis, international advisory practices. So all the segments we will be covering in this journal.
Sir, in terms of the trainer that you had called up today, the Canadian teacher, would we be getting any sessions under any sort of membership from him?
Sorry?
Would we be getting any sessions from him in future under any membership?
In this membership, already we are doing one session for the people that is on July 18th, which is where there is no cost to attend this session. And sir, please put yourself, Dimple.
I would ask other people to please mute their mics. Please mute your mics. Please
mute your mics if we are not communicating.
I'll ask other people to please mute their mics.
Participants, please mute your mics. Only somebody who is speaking can be on unmute mode and speak because there's a lot of disturbance.
Yeah.
American Academy
Now, please, who wants to speak, please speak. One person who was asking the question, please unmute your mic again.
Yes, I was talking to you.
Yeah.
So for somebody, sir, who is not looking out to create a website or has it already, how would the highest membership make sense in terms of cost? So your voice is not audible. You need to unmute yourself.
Unmute your mic.
Yeah, only the Journal of Finance Professional would be a difference. So if you are looking, if you don't have a website requirement, then you should go for a premium membership. But still, if you're looking for a magazine, then obviously the premium IBIS would be an option. And because it is not only website or a payment gateway we are offering in premium IBIS, it would also be the digital marketing toolkit we are giving in the premium IBIS membership.
Okay. So somewhere in the future, it might come handy.
It should, and I think the effort we are trying to bring in with all the efforts to get the best of the things, definitely it will add. And there could be, since you've asked this question, there are things we are trying to add in premium MyBiz also, maybe at no extra cost later. Maybe one or two offerings we intend to bring more to bring this to make this package more beautiful.
Okay. There was this question also asked by several other participants, and I would like to put this forward. Would you be giving any sort of membership certificates? Because this helps for somebody who is applying for, let's say, institutions abroad, for somebody who wants to show genuine interest in finance in terms of jobs, etc. So are you planning on any sort of certificates, on any batches, or any sort of receipts which might have a clarification in terms of that this person is a premium member of so-and-so organization and he has made this paid membership?
Yes, we do have that system, and we have just also shown in our website when I was showing that Planet FP website. There we have a badges also and a professional membership logo also, which one can use, and badges also what kind of courses they have done and a certificate of the membership, and also at the year end, depending on how many technical session one attends, so minimum percentage, I think 75% we are yet to look at that. Let's see, because all are professionals, since we have thought of that percentage of attendance, but we will see to it. That may change or that may not change, but yes, there will be a certificate of participation also at the end of 1 year, when the participants who have given at least 75% of attendance to the sessions.
Okay. So for somebody, sir, who is right now kind of registering, so what basically you will be providing? You will be providing an invoice as a proof of membership?
No,
or
they will
there'll
get
be
their, yeah. So they will get their membership certificate also, that they
okay.
have registered with us as a member.
Yeah, because that is very important for somebody who's looking out for higher education abroad, because that comes as a testimony of
Yeah.
of seriously being interested into personal finance.
Right. So that we will give. Plus, you will get your badges also on like kind of courses you do through our portal. Plus, you also will get a professional member logo of the AFM Finance Club. That also you can use it.
Okay. Thank you so much for your.
Mr. Vyas,
Hello.
Mr. Vyas, I'm Tarun here again.
Hello. Vyas
Yes,
ji.
Mr. Tarun.
Yeah, Mr. Vyas, I made the payment for the upgradation to base,
Right.
and there on the site I was asked to fill up a form. Do I need to fill that form, please?
Deepak sir, which form we are talking?
Asking the details. You know, initially when I had registered for premium, that time the form which I had filled,
No,
the
you
same
don't need to
form.
fill it again. You don't need to fill it up again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Mr.
Hello.
Ashish.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Ashish.
Yeah, Mr. Vyas. I had been sometimes back, maybe year or two back,
Yeah.
had a certificate of CFGP.
Right.
Now, since then, I have not appeared for recertification.
Mm-hmm.
I'm simply a MP registered ARN holder and
Right.
practicing the business. I had
Right.
my own website. Now, how I can associate again with AFM, and what kind of certificates would be available for me to appear?
So, Deepak sir, I think you can answer this question on the certificate part.
No, so you are a you are a CWM or a CFP? You are saying?
CFGP, CFGP.
CFGP.
So
I am just an
CFGP.
MP certified ARN holder. That's all.
Which
Okay.
location you are calling from?
Pardon?
Which location you are calling from?
Okay. I am from Bharuch, Gujarat. Once upon a time, I think AFM,
Yes, yes,
AFM
yes.
with along with Birla probably they have conducted, and at that time we had been certified for the your certificate.
Yes. So let me answer that. I think Deepak, I will answer now.
Right.
So what is we are right now conducting the CFGP refresher course across India. We have
Okay.
just done the session for South Zone, and I think I don't remember, it's 15th or 18th July. We are going to come in the West also, so that you will automatically get intimated through SMS and emails, and also through the Birla also. You will
Okay.
get that intimated, and once you do that CFGP refresher course, you can renew your CFGP. But for that, what you have to do is you will have to become a basic member. That will be
Okay.
free of cost to you. That will not be charged to you as a CFGP. And if you want to become a premium or premium MyBase, then you have to pay the money. Otherwise, you don't have to pay the money.
Okay.
Hello.
For
Hello.
premium IBs, I need to enroll today only, or I can
If you
later
want to
on.
have a discount, you have to enroll today, because after tonight 12, the prices are also increasing and there will be no discounts.
Okay.
Hello.
And the fees are somewhere around 3,000 and odd.
For premium IBs, it is 3186.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Inclusive of
Fine.
GST.
Hello.
Fine. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please.
Hello,
Next.
Mr. Nagpal. Hello, Mr.
Yes, hi, Mr.
Nagpal.
Tushar. Yeah, hi, Mr.
Yes,
Tushar.
yes. I just pay for your premium beach from your this side, from your scheme. But
Right.
I am also confirmation email I also get it. But after that, how you contact with me, or someone contact with me?
Yes, definitely. Today is Saturday and tomorrow is Sunday. Obviously, by Monday you will get a call from our side. We will get all the data from the backend, and you will get you will get a call, and you will help you register on our website also, and get your information, and you will get all the registration email and everything. You will get it. So Monday we will
Okay.
contact you maximum
One more
Tuesday.
question. One more question. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Yes. How much cost for your website? Is it free for premium beach?
Yeah, premium base it is included 3186. Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, Devang here, Mr. Vyas.
Yes, Mr. Devang, please tell me.
Sir, this GST is reimbursable? Any set-off will be available if we pay today? Any on
Yeah,
your
if
website?
if you have a GST,
I
if
have
you
GST registration.
yes, we can claim.
And still, only because I just don't want to use the website, you're still suggesting the 3186 membership would be useful without the website also. I have my own website.
So you will get the two another things other than the website and a payment gateway. One is you get a digital marketing toolkit as well as you get a journal of finance professional.
And sir, this payment gateway will it be integrated in my website or how it is?
Deepak sir, can you answer this? I'm not really sure on this.
No, it will be integrated with the website we build on for you.
Acha, it will be only available through your portal.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. ठीक है, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devangi. Thank you.
Can we please unmute the participants who have raised hands? There are 7 participants who are raising hands.
Hello.
Can you just tell me the name? I will do that.
Okay,
Hello.
Mr. Ashish. Yeah, who is speaking?
Yeah, my name is Eldos.
Yeah, Mr. Eldos.
Yeah, so by when we'll be able to have the website ready? Suppose we join for any tentative dates.
Deepak sir.
So we'll organize a session next month where we'll give you the details how to develop it and the content required for it.
So we'll be able to customize it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir,
and what is it?
We will help you develop your website, customize it, everything. But it would be on our domain. If you want to do hosting yourself, then you will have to figure out something else. This is a shared hosting platform which we give, and the URL is same. The last part of the URL would be your customized. If you want something totally customized, it's something else.
So you have to get your own domain and your own hosting.
Suppose I get my domain, then can I have 100% my domain website?
Yes, you can do that.
Yes.
Okay. And what is this Planet FP website? What is that?
Planet FP is like a parent body to the I would say Aafm Finance Club. It's a brand basically, Planet of Finance Professionals. And broadly, Planet FP focuses on 2 things. One is on the membership, that is through Aafm Finance Club. Second is we are another maybe a month or 2 months down the line, we are coming with an investor website. It's India's #1 social networking website between an investor and a financial advisor, where financial advisors will be listed on our website, and we will bring investors who are aspiring to learn more on the investment products. They will come and they will learn on our website, and they will also, if they're looking for financial advisors. So since your information as a financial advisor will be listed there, so they can always approach you. That if I am, for example, I am from Delhi, I will just input the PIN code, and whatever the nearby financial advisors who are listed, those financial advisors can be approached by the investor. So that's how the client. So we are trying to build a website which will help financial advisors procure clients, but they will be approached through clients. They cannot approach directly to the clients.
Okay, so we can expect the website ready by a month's time, no?
Month or 2 maximum, yeah. Since that Planet FP for membership will be ready another 10 days maximum. The investor website will take some time, which I'm saying 1 month or 2 months.
Okay. And finally, this digital marketing toolkit, what is it all about?
That is basically helping you promote your business digitally. So there are various tools available for that. We'll be giving those tools free of cost to you, and we'll be telling you how to use them. It's going to be promoting your sites on Facebook, social media networks, conducting other exercises digitally. So those tools which you require will be provided within that.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So I thought I need to take a domain. So I'll just take a domain and I'll give it to you. That's fine.
We'll ask you to do that yourself. We'll integrate that and teach you how to do it yourself, because maintenance cost is very high. And if you've done it yourself, you'll maintain it very easily.
The idea here, idea here is you can outsource to anybody in the world. There are millions of people who are doing this job. But the biggest problem is this, that we don't understand what is happening at the back end. We want help the financial advisors to understand really and actually make the best of it, because there are a lot of tricks and techniques where you can get the maximum benefit of the digital marketing if you do it right. But if you're not doing it right, and if you don't know if the guy you have given the outsource, you don't know that guy is doing right, since you yourself don't know, there will never be a single point of time when you will know that how my digital marketing is gonna happen and help you for your business. So that's how we are saying, do it yourself digital marketing and do it yourself website.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, one last question, sir. One last question.
What's your name?
I'm Tarun.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr.
And
Tarun.
what all can we post on the website?
Sorry.
This website can be used for what all purposes?
So it's
For your
basically a
financial
client
advisory.
acquisition website. So
Sir,
your services would be listed there,
sir.
right? Your services would be listed there, and you can take your clients there to contact you. So there will be an option of the client to contact you to develop your business, etc. So that
Bus-
website will provide you
Business related to
business
financial
related
service.
to financial
Yes, yes,
advisory.
financial advisory or financial advisory.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Will there be any
Thank you.
calculators or something like that on the website?
No.
Okay, thanks.
Mr.
Mr.
Jayant,
Vyas,
yeah, actually, a lot of people have raised hand. I'm sorry to cut you. Who are you, sir?
Palash this side.
Okay, Mr. Palash, please speak.
So
Hello.
I have my own website which is running. So I don't require a website. I only require the payment gateway and the digital marketing tool. So will you be
Right.
giving me separately? Can I get it integrated or what?
Payment gateway, we are not sure about the digital marketing toolkit you will get. Payment gateway, it might be, it can be only implemented by on sites which are covered by us, but we can get back to you on that.
Okay, sure. I have already made the payment. So if I should I write to you on this or
No,
should I
once
wait?
we start offering, we'll get every requirement from you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll call each of our members. Yeah, Mr. Jayant, can you unmute? All the participants who have raised hand can unmute and please speak one by one.
Hello, this is Jayant.
Yeah, Mr. Jayant.
Ma'am, I am a student of CWM
Okay.
and I have made a payment of rupees 2,360 on 3rd June
Okay.
for premium membership.
Okay.
But I didn't get the further thing that password and login ID. Can I get it?
Yeah, in a week's time we will get it. So since today was an official launch, till now, whatever sessions and everything we were doing, that was like a freebie. Now,
Okay.
but since we have officially launched this website and everything, in 1 week's time, you will get your login ID and password and everything, where you will get the access to all the things what we have promised.
Then I need not have to send any email now, no?
No, you don't. We have your
We
data.
will contact. Yeah, we will contact each of our
Okay.
members.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sir. Best
Thank you.
wishes.
Mr. Puneet, can you please unmute and speak? You have raised hand.
All right. I'm going through your Planet FP website. Website seems to be not working. It's showing me a private website and giving me a threat error. I mean virus error. So do you have any which
So
is
as we said, it's gonna take 1 week time. All the security and everything is gonna come. Just wait for 1 week time and everything will be fine. It's under development. So that's what he said. We need 1 week time.
okay, perfect. Another thing is I'm pursuing my CWM, right? Certified Wealth Manager. Um, and I would like to renew my registration. So would there be any sort of offer for that if since I have already opted your premium membership?
I'm not able to understand what you're saying.
I am now opted your this premium membership, which is 2124, right? I
Right.
just made the payment of 2124. Now in next couple of weeks, my registration is going to expire for CWM, right?
Okay.
And I'm likely to renew my registration probably after that when that's gonna expire. That's going to expire.
Right. Right.
Will there be any offer for that? If
No,
No,
for
no.
registration renewal, there is no offer.
On
if
registration renewal, there is no fresh registration only there it is.
okay, I didn't get it. What did you say?
There is no
We are giving.
discount. There is no offers on the registration renewal. But
Okay,
how many years it's been with you to renew your this thing?
this will be the first one.
First one. So it's a normal registration renewal. There would be no offers with this membership as of now.
Okay.
Any
And
of them.
I would say, let's say your Planet FP has lot many online courses. So
Right.
being a member, we will get any discounts on that if we would like to opt for
Yes,
those.
definitely. So like premium and premium MyBase members will get a better pricing against that of basic member, and there will be a certain discounts to the members and non-member against the non-members, and basic will be paying little more than a premium member. That's how it is going to
Okay.
be.
Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Salesh, can you please unmute and speak? Mr. Sameer, Mr. Sailesh, Ms. Madhura, Mr. Das Gupta.
Hello.
Yeah. So what's your name?
Yeah, I'm Sailesh here, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
Madam, I'm also already a member of Pathshala.
Yeah.
Right.
So how much money I have to pay, considering the discount also, for the with the website and all the features?
Sir, you will have to pay 3186 since the Pathshala member, they are eligible for a basic membership at no cost. But if anybody who wants to do a premium or premium MyBiz membership, and today fortunately we have this 10% discount. So if you want that website and all other offerings which we are giving, you can pay 3186.
Okay, I have to pay 3186.
Right, sir. And you will get the
Okay.
premium MyBiz membership.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Miss Madhura, please tell us.
Yeah, if I have registered for any membership, can I get directly by paying 3186 directly MyBiz membership?
Yeah, you can become member to any of the membership. If you want to become a premium MyBiz, you have to pay 3186.
3186.
Right, ma'am.
So for that any pre-registration is required? Is any Pathshala member or something?
No. You are a Pathshala member or what?
तो फिर बोलता हूँ ना अभी टाइम है.
I'm not membership. I'm not Pathshala membership.
Okay, no, nothing is required. If somebody is a Pathshala member, it's just that they get a basic membership free. Otherwise, normally any person can join the AFM Finance Club, and to become a premium MyBiz, you have to pay 3186.
Okay, and by paying 3186, I will get website.
Yes, ma'am. Financial advisory website.
others please mute who are not speaking. Others please mute.
I think I will have to put them again on the mute. Yeah, I will just unmute.
Just unmute yourself. Vyas, unmute yourself.
I'm muting myself too. Madhura ma'am, you can unmute yourself.
Hello. Hello.
Just a second, Shaileshi. Let us please complete the talk with Miss Madhura.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Miss Madhura, do you have any questions, or can we start the another dialogue? Yes, Mr. Shailesh, you can ask maybe.
Yeah, sir, I am also a member of AFM with the CWM registration I have done.
Right.
In January. So another member I have AIWMI. So that is a different thing, no? AIWMI.
That's a different thing. That's a different thing. Yeah.
Okay. So as a member of the CWM also, I have to pay the same fees, or there is an additional discount?
So no, as a CWM,
I am a member of Pathshala also, and I am also member of the CWM, sir.
Right. So if you're a member of CWM, what we say is you get our basic membership free of cost. You don't have to pay anything. But if you want to get a premium or premium MyBiz, then you have to pay. So if you want to be a premium member, then you have to pay 2124. And if you want to become a premium MyBiz member, you have to pay 3186.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Thank you, Shailesh.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Madhura ma'am, you can ask now.
I am also a CWM member.
Right.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear
Hello?
you.
Yeah. I am also CWM member, so I have to pay 3186 only, no, for this
Premium MyBiz.
premium MyBiz.
Yes, ma'am, you have to pay 3186.
And website, I will get website that I can share to anyone, no?
Yes. It would be a website where people will come and visit your website and know about your offerings. That's how what the role of website would be.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Any other questions do we have?
Sir, actually, I don't know what is the benefit of website with payment gateway.
Hello.
Okay. Deepak sir, would you like to answer this question?
So payment gateway can help you get fees if you want from clients, right?
Okay.
Or for some other services. So that payment, you have another option of getting money to you. This is
Okay.
not for investments made by clients.
And I have my own website.
Yeah.
So it is directly attached with it.
No.
We will check that. We will check that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Sebashish Dasgupta, you have a question?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, for membership, transfer the money through link, but unfortunately, no confirmation from your end.
When did you make the payment?
2124.
नहीं, when you did you pay? आपने पैसे कब दिए?
ये तो देखना पड़ेगा, डेट तो ठीक से.
ये आपने अभी 27 को दिया था कि जब हमारा इवेंट था उस तब की बात कर रहे हैं?
लास्ट डेट में जब आपको डिस्काउंट
maybe रह गया होगा. We have called all the participants. Maybe या कॉल किया होगा या मिला नहीं होगा, कुछ वैसा हो गया होगा. We will reconnect with you. Dimple, can you just note it down, please?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Dimple. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shebash. We will note it down.
Yeah, please put the number in the chat box.
Yeah, please put the number in the chat box for whatever reasons if we have missed it.
Sorry, sir. क्या बोल रहे हैं?
Just put your mobile number in the chat box.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Jignesh, Mr. Mukesh, two questions, I think, 2 hand raised. Yeah, Mr. Mukesh. Have we given the option to unmute themselves?
Yes, they can.
Hello, sir. Jignesh Gowani here.
Yes, Mr.
Can I
Jignesh.
speak?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Mr.
please.
Jignesh.
I have already a premium membership with you. अगर मैं MBs में कन्वर्ट करना चाहता हूँ तो उसके लिए क्या एडिशनल फीस लगेगा अभी?
आपने कितना पे किया था तब?
21 वही जो है ना आपने 21 मैंने 27 तारीख को ही पे किया है अभी लास्ट इवेंट में.
2124 पे किया था ना आपने?
हाँ 2124 राइट.
So you have to pay 1062.
ओके. और मेरे को ये पूछना था कि अभी इसमें आप जो दे रहे हैं पेमेंट कलेक्शन का ऑप्शन,
राइट?
मैं राइट कर लेता हूँ 1062 आपने बोला राइट?
जी
और
राइट.
हाँ जो अभी पेमेंट गेटवे हमको दे रहा है तो हम कस्टमर से अमाउंट क्रेडिट लेते हैं तो उसके ऊपर कोई चार्जेस हमारा पेमेंट गेटवे से हमको कटेगा?
प्रोसेसिंग फीस कटता है और आप कस्टमर से फीस ले सकते हो, इन्वेस्टमेंट का पैसा नहीं ले सकता उस पे.
नहीं मैं समझ गया, लेकिन फीस का जो जितना भी पैसा हमने कलेक्ट किया तो उसका कोई स्लैब के हिसाब या कोई परसेंटेज के हिसाब से पेमेंट गेटवे हमसे कोई चार्ज करेगा?
पेमेंट गेटवे में मतलब एटलीस्ट 2% कटता है जो पेमेंट गेटवे वाली कंपनी काट लेती है.
प्रोसेसिंग फीस.
हाँ तो ये यहाँ पे जो आप पेमेंट गेटवे दे रहे हो उसमें भी सेम सिस्टम रहेगा?
सेम सिस्टम है, वो सेम ही चलता है सब जगह.
ओके राइट यही क्वेश्चन था.
जी. So you have to pay 1062 sir.
ओके नो प्रॉब्लम. और ये क्वेश्चन ये था कि मेरे पास ऑलरेडी वेबसाइट है तो उसके अंदर ये आप पेमेंट गेटवे लिंक कर देंगे या अलग से आप वेबसाइट ही देंगे? कैसे?
सर हमारी अपनी वेबसाइट जो आप हमारे साथ बनाओगे उसमें तो हम गारंटेड कर देंगे, आपके बारे में हम प्रॉमिस नहीं कर सकते.
हम चेक करेंगे, अगर वो डुएबल होगा तो, नहीं तो नहीं हो पाएगा.
अच्छा, जो आप नया वेबसाइट हमारा कंपनी के नाम से बना देंगे, मेरा अभी पर्सनल नाम से है तो कंपनी के नाम से हम बनाना चाहते हैं वेबसाइट नया आपके साथ, तो वो आप बना देंगे?
जो भी आप डोमेन नेम और होस्टिंग करेंगे उसके हिसाब से बन जाएगी. यू हैव टू बाय योर डोमेन नेम.
दोनों लिंक आप करवा सकते हैं दोनों वेबसाइट अगर एक
साथ? जो हम बनाएंगे हम उसको ट्रांसफर कर देंगे, जो आप डोमेन लेंगे उस पर ट्रांसफर कर देंगे.
ठीक है चलो. ओके,
थैंक यू जिग्नेश जी.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask some questions on website because I was actually trying to develop a website for myself in this current month. So, this payment gateway, can we use this to do MF transactions online?
No. This is only for taking fees. No investor money can be taken on this payment gateway. It's not allowed.
Okay. So once you give the basic website, can I scale it up by adding this kind of features later with payment?
Right. You can do that.
Yes.
Sir. You can do that.
So you'll arrange a vendor for that also by payment, or do we have to do separately?
So we have a Finso and there's that tie-up, the Finso tie-up that can help you do that.
You mean the Finsis guys?
No, we ask the Finso people, they do the same thing, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
whatever.
no, what's your question? You're asking that for your website development, you have to enhance those feature, or you're saying you want to get an external platforms?
He wants to link it to an external platform to get investors invest through that platform and link that to his website.
So my idea is actually to start with a basic website, then scale it up to a fully functional website with clients can come to my website and do payments and investment and add calculators and things like that. So is that features?
Yeah, so
I'm ready to do the payment.
Right. So there are two things I will just tell you, sir. We will give you a basic website on which you can obviously build your website, and with the advanced feature going forward, tools and etc. whatever you want to do. Number one. Number two, even external platforms like Finso, Finexa, if you want to add with your platform with which we have a tie-up, or even maybe any third-party products, if you want, that also you can add up in your website.
Okay,
they
so
need
later
to basically they need to give you the API and all this. That's simple thing which happens. They will give you an API and that will be integrated in the website, and that can be done.
So with this basic, I can later update to whatever fully functional I want just by paying extra payment.
Yes, yes.
And if I want a 100% domain name, I need to buy it from GoDaddy or somebody and keep it.
Yeah, whatever these platforms are, you can buy out. Right, sir.
Okay, perfect. So I don't need to go change this website later if I want to scale it up. That's my point.
So we will tell you what all we are going to do, frankly, because I don't know when you say scale it up. Yes, definitely you can scale it up. But what if there is something very differently you want to do? Then I think once we are developing that now, so then I think one-to-one meeting or one meeting, when I say one-to-one discussion, if you can do with the IT guys, that will help you to keep your feature alive later also. That I will just suggest you that when we are building that, when we do this building exercise of websites now, just post your query at that point of time so that there are no issues later. We will take care of that.
Okay. So the idea is that I need to use this website for next 10-15 years without changing the domain name.
Definitely that you will be able to do. Only thing is, if you have something in mind, just disclose that. If you don't have anything in mind, then it's okay. Then the things will follow.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Any other question, Mr. Devang? Do you have a question?
Yes, sir. I've paid the 3186 fees, but again, there is no registration or anything. I've just paid the fees. So where do I send the confirmation or something? Or
we will get the confirmation on the back end from the website.
My GST registration, etc. Where do I share?
I've just mailed. I've just put an email ID in the chat box. You can mail the details on that email ID.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
sure,
sir.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, any other questions, or can we close the session? And Dimple, I think we can close the session. I don't see any questions.
Yes. Yeah, I'll still put my number in case anybody has a query even after the session. You may please call.
Put
and
email
all
ID also, please.
Yeah, I put email ID and number both. And anybody who has made the payment will surely get a confirmation soon. We'll try to arrange the call Monday first thing.
Sure. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, you want to say something?
No, I'm just asking any last question anybody has, or we can close.
I think we can close.
Sure. All right. So we would just like to thank